Mic check. The name, Law Nation. Without hesitations nor deviations to the matter, we're going to do this marathon show. Appreciate everybody for jumping in. The name is Law Nation. The Cowboys owner, Jerry Jones, he spoke out today on the 105.3 The Fan. And the trade deadline marathon begins right now. Come on. Guaranteed signing of a wide receiver, by the way. We're going to talk about that. Appreciate everybody for jumping in and being part of these type of shows. Come on, baby. All right.
What more do you want from me?
Mama said there'll be days just like this. Riggs. Come on. Early bird, get the worm. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on. Hey. To the window, to the wall, to the coffee in the mouth. All right. All right, Jerry, get to talking earlier, and they made some quick moves here. Dak Prescott headed to IR, right? And then on top of that, Cowboys with the big joker. They guaranteed, I said. Jealousy, I said. See me again, and you will see that is Cooper Rush time. Put CR in the chat with the 10. Come on. CR time. Cooper Rush.
Couple experiences I've had dealing with a setback, dealing with hard times, and
better days.
Some basic examples of how people took those hard times and made it into something very important in their lives going forward. And that was basically it.
Jerry, injury news came out yesterday. How are you guys feeling about the timeline for Dak Prescott?
Well, it's iffy, but it's extended period of time here. So I wouldn't.
Can y'all hear the audio straight?
Make a prediction when it could be. It's likely we'll IR him, and so we'll see kind of how his rehab goes.
Yeah.
Jerry, you guys are going with Cooper Rush. Was there significant thought to maybe going with Trey Lance and just seeing what you had
Trigger
there,
Trey!
the way that the record is right now?
Well, let's just don't dismiss the possibility of doing anything. And the going with has a past tense aspect to it that I wouldn't recognize. It's not impossible to incorporate some of the skills that we might get from both quarterbacks.
Both quarterbacks.
In order to make Trey, a guy who actually starts a game, would it take an injury to Cooper, or is there talk about it either way?
I wouldn't get into that, but obviously he's got to be front and center a lot because you're one play away from not having Cooper. So just that alone, much less.
That boy call him Cooper.
There are things that we can do with him that I think can add punch to the offense.
Jerry Jones here on the Fan.
All right. So it is the breaking news. Now, y'all know I love my Mississippi boys, but Jonathan Mingo. Okay, so with that being said, I have to tell you, he is a bigger receiver that we need, right? He's a true X receiver. Let me give y'all the classic dun 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 dun. I do like his short area quickness as a bigger receiver, though. You can say, a poor man's version of an AJ. Wrong button. Shit. Breaking news: the Cowboys done signed Jonathan and them Mingo. So Jonathan Mingo, he was a second-round draft pick in 2023. Now, some people said, who? Jeez. Oh, my God. So I don't think that he moves the needle a lot, but I can say that he got high upside. He got high upside. Yo, shout out to he's not a DK Metcalf now. I'm saying that like he's more. They went to the same school but different time frames, you know. So let off my Mississippi boys, you know what I'm saying? But Jerry, the way he kind of put it, he put it in a way whereas I thought he was going to be somebody somebody that's a known, you know, not the known unknown, but hey. Oh my gosh, man. But I can't take a dump on the dude, man. I thought it was going to be more the DJ Moore guy but we can't. He's better than Jalen Brooks. Come on, baby. I'm sitting here waiting for the nose, and he's decent, young star. Ain't that right? So it's one of those things where it's hey, you better keep making some trades, Jerry. And what did they get from him? He was the 12th. He has 12 receptions for 121 yards. That's Jalen Tolbert production. Oh my gosh, man, they gaslit us for this, man, bruh. So let's not take. He's Mississippi boy, so come on, baby. Traylon Burks would be nice to throw in there a lot too. Yeah, Traylon Brooks would be like. I like Jonathan Mingo, and I don't know if I still got some of his highlights from the time we was doing some scouting rework, but all right. So here's what we can do here, ladies and gentlemen. Jerry Jones is a visionary, right? We gave a 4th round draft pick for him. No way, man. Oh gosh, man. Signed to create Lunchables. Oh my gosh, man. I thought for sure it's something good. It's something good. So what we can say here, in my mind, this would be a great lineup right here. CeeDee Lamb, Jonathan Mingo, and Ryan Flo. And every now and then you throw in Jalen Tolbert. Yeah, you throw in another Jalen Tolbert. He's not a bona fide, like, it's upside with Mingo. It's literally upside. Y'all right now can be taking a dump on the kid, and y'all can be taking a dump on him for right now. But next year, this is a setup for next year. This is not a this year move. This is definitely not a this year move. This is, you know how people say slightly above? This is a whole lot above the aspect of, say it with me, James Washington. This is not the James Washington thing. You know what I'm saying? This is not that, you know, but it is a thing in a situation whereas the Cowboys, they gave him a 4th. They did it for a 4th, though? Let me go find with Twitter what Twitter's saying. Twitter don't let me down, man. Twitter don't let me down. Twitter don't let me down. Come on, Twitter. Yeah, as news is picking up right here. I thought it was going to be something of another situation here. And let me see. Let me see what we got over here, y'all. Mario says, I don't even know what to say. Mingo has 55, 539 stat line, 24 games. Jerry sent Carolina a 4th-round pick. Chiefs for Hopkins for a 5th. Jets for Adams for a 4th. Ravens got Johnson for a 5th. What the hell is going on? Oh, my gosh. All right, so. Oh, my God. All right, so let me say this, though, while I collect myself. My coffee haven't even hit the bloodstream yet. So hold on. Let me get myself together, y'all. Loving you whether times are good or bad, happy or sad. Come on. All right. All right. I'm together now. Okay. All right. I didn't know it was the 4th, so that makes the deal kind of rough a little bit. All right, so. And then we all know that, the Panthers are the Panthers, and we see them a little later on down the street, It's a good pick. It's a good pickup. But it's terrible. It's terrible when you compare, and comparison is the thief of all joy. It's a good pickup, but when you compare it to the Chiefs and the Jets and the Ravens, is terrible. It's a good pickup. Hear me out. It's a good pickup. But compared to the other folks, like the Cooper went for a 5th, to be compared to the other folks is terrible. We need another wide receiver. We need extra help. Upside is Jonathan Mingo, a DeAndre Hopkins? No. On the upside is Jonathan Mingo, a Devontae Adams? No. On the upside is Jonathan Mingo is going to give you more than Amari Cooper. The answer to that is no. But they should have did this for a 6th or 7th round draft pick. But when you are desperate, this speaks on this right here. And shout out, like I say, it's my Mississippi boys. So y'all let off my Mississippi boys. I'm ready to fight all of y'all over my Mississippi people. But here's what I'm going to say this. It's classic. It's classic when you wait long, the price of the bag increase. The trade deadline makes deals, makes it higher. The opposing team know and they smell blood in the water, and they can sniff out the fact that you are desperate, and that's how this is all coming around. They know that we are desperate, so they hem Jerry and them up and Steven, and they said, "Oh, y'all desperate.
Don't buy.
They know
4th round.
They know that he was desperate, and I ain't talking about housewives. Desperate owner, and the damn Panthers, them robbed us.
Under was given up in the process on the same day that your quarterback may be going to IR. At least he's under contract for a few more years, right?
So is this guy. This guy will be cheap talent for a couple years, but I mean,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but no. Oh, I thought you meant Dak is under contract.
Mingo.
Yeah. But and that's great. But
we got a Panthers insider getting ready to hop on in 3 minutes. By the way, we'll give you the scouting report.
I'm waiting for the scouting report from the Panthers insider.
Unnecessary. It was just unnecessary.
Pointless.
Yes.
Isn't it pointless unless Mingo balls out next year?
Yeah, unless they had him as a top 15 graded player in the draft, and they're like, oh my God, we're gonna get this guy for 4th. Absolutely.
Aaron Schatz, who was
hold on. My guy says, what if Mingo turns out to Miles Austin? All right. Who remember 14 Miles Austin? You see, Miles Austin was cut from Bill Parcells' tree, right? And he was elevated to this other guy, during the course of the years because he showed up and showed out. Miles Austin came from hard, stern coaching, right? He was an undrafted guy that was phenomenal. The only thing that slowed down Miles Austin was the fact that them Kardashians. I blame them Kardashians. They wore them legs out, boy. Both of his hammies, boy, hamstring left and right was terrible. But I can say this though, jeez, Jonathan Mingo have a higher upside than our other ancillary pieces.
Football Outsiders created DVOA. They've got another measure that they've used in recent years, DYAR, which is defense adjusted yards above replacement, and it's another efficiency stat that they feel like they've perfected. He just tweeted a few minutes ago. He said, "I know that my wide receiver stats are not divorced from quarterback play, but last year Mingo had the second lowest receiving DYAR ever in a season ever. This year he has 12 receptions. How on earth is this worth a 4th-round pick?"
Cowboys cap space next year with Dak and Lamb. Now the projected cap.
Let's not beat them up though, but damn,
$273 million. They are at 126 between the two. Let me repeat that. Over 50% of next year's cap, 90 of it goes to Dak, 35.5 goes to Lamb, and you are going to have to pay Parsons as well. Look, there it is. Should Cowboys tank the rest of the season? So they got all the headlines up. And the breaking news presented by BetQL. Smarter bets start with BetQL. Download the BetQL app or visit BetQL.com today. Is that the Dallas Cowboys trade a 4th-round pick and get wide receiver Jonathan Mingo. I didn't even know there was another Mingo in the league.
I didn't either. Are they related?
Besides Markevius and all your fantasy teams. Bobby. This is worth it just for Bobby's gut punch in here. He looks sick. He looks physically ill. They did it. A now move to help your offense. Who else in the building talked him into it? Who else in the building signed off?
it was
I
me.
don't want to just throw Jerry under the bus by himself. Who else suggested? Who else said, no, I like him, let's go and get it? Well, we know this guy's name very, very well. He is a Carolina Panthers insider for ESPN. David Newton joining us on 105.3 The Fan, your home of America's team.
Listen to what they say.
So much on very, very short notice.
Jeez.
What is your instant reaction to this trade?
Yeah, the Panthers haven't won a lot of games in the last 6.5 years, but I thought this was a win for them. I mean, Jonathan Mingo was not a plan in their plans for the future. I mean, second-round pick last year, but his success rate on catches was dismal. Pretty much the same this year. I mean, even with Deontay Johnson being traded away, Adam Thielen not playing because of the hamstring injury, he's still behind their first-round pick this year, Xavier Legette. Undrafted rookie they've got that they really like a lot, Jalen Coker. And
I like Jalen Coker.
And David Moore, 2017 7th-round pick. So, I mean, he just really never fit into the system that Dave Canales had. He was somewhat of a fit last year, but not enough where they were going to move forward with him. So I thought what they got from the Cowboys for them was probably just what they needed, and actually more than they got for Deontay Johnson in a lot of ways.
Wow.
David, what can you tell us about his game and the type of person or teammate he is?
No, he's a good teammate. His game is, he's a physical guy. I would say there are times when he struggles catching the ball, which is not what you want from a wide receiver. And
that's what we've been having issues with.
I don't think it was anything to do with personality or bad fit from that side of it or locker room fit, anything like that. I think he was good there. It's just he just really didn't fit in the system, and he really wasn't a guy that was like the crisp route runner, the guy that the kind of guy they wanted to move forward with. The fact that
damn, he had to beat him up that bad.
Jalen Coker had moved ahead of him. That was a telling sign.
Talking with Panthers reporter David Newton here in the wake of the Cowboys.
At least he's telling the truth, I guess.
Jonathan Mingo for a 4th-round pick. Okay, David, so you mentioned that he just was not a scheme fit for what Dave Canales was trying to do. What kind of a system or what kind of aspects of his game do you think, or is his scheme, does he really need to have to really fit in? Is it he's a possession type of receiver? What has he shown there in Carolina that you'd say this would be a good fit if he found somewhere like this?
Yeah, I mean, I think he is a possession-type receiver. I mean, I guess the most concerning thing for me, though, is just if you look at his catch rate, I mean, he's just not been consistent with that. I mean, last year he had 43 catches on 85 targets. So, I mean, and this year he was 12 catches on 26 targets. So that's, less than 50% of his targets he's caught. So, and maybe some of that has to do with the fact that they've had poor quarterback play over the last 2 years too. I'm not saying it's the only reason, but when Andy Dalton came in and was actually much better for them before the thumb injury that sidelined him, he still wasn't really involved in the system. And when the injuries happened to, Thielen and then they traded Deontay Johnson, he still really wasn't involved in the system. So it just, I don't know if maybe it's not as much system as it's just he's got to become a better player, a better overall player. I think one of the things that the Panthers like about Jalen Coker, that undrafted rookie I was telling you about, is that he seems strong fundamentally in all the little things it takes to be a solid receiver. I don't think Jonathan Mingo, I'm not saying he won't get there. I think he does have that potential. I mean, you look at what he did in college, it was pretty good stuff. So, again, I think he's more of a developmental type player, to be honest.
Yeah, because you mentioned the quarterbacks. How many of these targets?
I don't want no more developmental player, man.
Guess a percentage. We thought like less than half.
That's a good point, but I don't know the exact number on that. But he's now stepping in a situation at Dallas where he's not got your starting quarterback for a while, it looks like. So, he may be accustomed to that.
And David, just initial reaction, Twitter feedback. It seems like Panther fans are pretty happy about this, right?
Yeah, because, look, you get a fourth-round pick. I know you gave up the player and a seventh-round pick, but a fourth round, you moved up in the draft for that. And I just think it's for them and where they were going and what they need, it was a win-win for them all around.
David, you're the man for joining us on zero notice. Thank you so much with the breaking news right here on 105 Through the Fan, and enjoy the rest of the season. Thank you again.
Appreciate it. Thanks. Have a good day. David
Newton, Panthers insider. Good pull, Pepe. Quick communication. Nice job by you on the D&M Leasing Hotline. You want to take any phone calls, maybe? I mean, if you want to. 877-881-1053.
Yeah.
What's your point?
Bobby. I mean, what else can you do?
Hey, man.
Bobby's fly, physically.
Oh, my gosh, man.
Until these picks start being given.
I can't wait for them to get a top 5 pick, and then Bill Belichick comes in here, trades back to the early 20s for a
Y'all should see them boys over there. Oh, shit.
Pick back, and then
oh, my gosh, man.
At 22.
Let's see if anyone wants to call and vent.
Oh, my gosh.
877-881-1053. We'll do that. Who are you worried about amongst your friends if their election day does not go right? And reaction from KMC. We continue on Sean and our.
Oh, my gosh, man. Oh, my God. All right. I can't put, hey, this right here, bro. Bring Gallup back. With one knee, man. Bring one knee Gallup back, man. Jeez. Oh my God! Let me see if I can get to y'all super chats, man. We gonna pray, man, that that Mingo do not hear us talk about him, cause it's not his fault. It's not Mingo's fault. It's not his fault, y'all. It's not his fault. And he's going to get excoriated, sullied, not embraced. And he's already, if he's mentally not well equipped for Carolina and them, what y'all think is going to happen here in Big D? Yeah. This is Big D. Yeah. He's going to have to take this. And on top of this, there's no running, there's no hiding, there's no crawling, there's no scraping. You're going to have to take this attention. It is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's not his fault, man. I feel bad for the kid. So he's going to have to block out all the noise. Because he's not getting warmed, embraced here. No. He ain't finna get no, hey, did y'all see D-Hop last night? There's people in my chat. They said D-Hop, man, he's washed, man. He's done, man. when I tweeted that out, they were like, man, Law, you lying. And I had to go screenshot because I love to have this chat line up so we can hold it for receipts, you know. You know, and I screenshotted and I showed him, and he said, yeah, man, Cowboy fans are weird, dog. I said, yeah, they were saying that we don't need DeAndre Hopkins. We got Gallup. DeAndre Hopkins got PED. Yeah, he talked about Dak. He ain't no good. He's not a teammate. I was like, nah, dog. Shoot. And now we got hopes that Jonathan Mingo can be somebody, right? And shout out to him. Like I said, he's a poor man's versions of a A.J. Brown, like, you know. And they went to the same school. So shout out to him, you know. And shout out to D-Hop last night, man. This team, boy. We got Jalen Brooks, yeah. Jalen Tolbert. We got all of the Jalens. We got Jalen Moreau Cropper. So it's going to be like that, ladies and gentlemen. It's if you thinking that a 3 and 5, if anybody comparing this trade to Amari Cooper trade from what we did in 2018, it's going to be, you know, oh my gosh. The good thing about it is that this week, if anything happened badly, you damn for sure can't blame Dak Prescott. You can't blame him now. You know, hey, Run Ventures says, hey, Mahomes over Dak any day. Yeah. So at the end of the day, you better be saying Mahomes over Cooper or Cupper, you know, because at the end of the day, there will be no more Dak Prescott. And I'm, to a degree, I'm kind of all right with it because I'm tired of y'all. Every time I go live, oh, Lord, you just a Dak Prescott apologist. You just like the brother because he a brother, you know. Oh, yeah, man. Hey, man, you just want him to win. You're a Cowboy Dak fan. You're not a Cowboys fan. Well, good news here. You're going to see me giving y'all the same energy and the same analysis with or without Dak, like I said. But I'm glad we don't have to talk about him now because he's going to be breaking news. He's on the IR and it's for multitudes of weeks. So we're going to be talking Cooper Rush, however Jerry Jones call him, and it's going to be Trey Lance time, you know. So yeah. So I'm going to see. I want y'all to have the same energy for the next quarterback and the next quarterback. Yeah. Come on, yeah. I know all of us in this chat because it's about most of the time they say the peanut gallery is anywhere between 3 to 5%, but in Cowboys land the peanut gallery is like 25 to 30%. You know, so they be everywhere. Who the hell is Mingo? He was drafted in the second round of 2023. He's from Ole Miss. He's a bigger guy. He's a 4'4" guy, 4'3", 440 guy. He got some good short area quickness. From what they're saying in that land over there, is that he has some concentration drops. He's not as polished in and out of his breaks or what have you. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm not too fond of our wide receiver coach now. What's his name? Prince? Not Freddie Prince. What's our wide receiver coach? Because I haven't seen really no growth in our wide receiver coach. Yeah, I haven't seen no growth in our wide receiver since he's been here. I've seen some work action. Shout out to that Fonte Diamond. That when we get a chance to talk to these wide receivers, I say, hey, during the offseason, who y'all work with? And they say Diamond, you know, D-Rob, you know. But what's the coach name? Prince. I'm not too fond of him. And I know his people watch the show or what have you, but I'm not seeing anything that's really getting things moving, you know. That is this equivalent to the Eagles Dotson trade? Dotson had more iron in the fire. Robert Prince, yeah. So it's just what it is. Rob Prince is the guy. I got from the 215. You're live on the Nation, man, out of Philly. Talk to me, man. What they saying over there?
Good morning, Law.
Good morning,
I don't know
man.
what they saying, man. I don't know what they saying because I just heard this. I
Mm.
mean, really? I mean, Flo fumbles 18 weeks ago and you don't put him back in the game? Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
What are we doing? I mean, why isn't Flo playing? You gonna spank this guy because he had a fumble?
Yeah, I don't know, man. So you trade for Jonathan Mingo, okay? So it could be a real tangible thing that Lamb could be out next week. I don't know. I haven't heard anything, right? He got a separated shoulder, so Lamb already had concentration drops before the shoulder, right? So are you literally telling me that your wide receiver 1 is going to be Jalen Tolbert? Your wide receiver 2 is going to have to be, at this point, Jonathan Mingo if he can pick up this system, right? Or they're going to roll out Tolbert, Brooks, Kevontae Turpin. Maybe slide in Flo here and there.
How can Mingo play this week just getting over here if he already has concentration issues? How is he going to pick up the playbook?
Man,
we don't have a playbook.
they gon'
we don't have a playbook. So, yeah, he can fit in perfect.
You remember earlier, bro, you was talking about forcing, the ball to CD and them?
Yes.
Jerry gonna force the hell out of the ball to the Mingos. I wouldn't be mad if Jerry started having some mango somewhere at the press conference instead of some Mingo. He probably has a mango Mingo. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. They tore me up in the chat. Will put the do-rag on and started showing film. Oh, he wasn't forcing it. Come on, man.
Oh, my God.
They tore me up in the chat. Go watch film. Hey, I'd like to say one thing. Just because you don't have a show don't mean you don't know. And just because you do have a show, and it's not directed to you or Will, doesn't mean that you do know. Everybody that don't have a show, sometimes we know a little bit. Okay, we can see things. I've been watching this game for years, since Calvin Hill. I've been watching this franchise since Dwayne Thomas.
Yeah.
When I see
R.I.P.
something, I see something. Don't break me over the coals.
Yeah, now here's what I say, man. And shout out to my guy Sky. He's a very thorough guy. Shout out to Vach and shout out to all of the new media crew. We got a lot of folks. But what I'm getting a lot is, a lot of people do take their jabs at us though, because you know how it goes, because we do this on the internet, right? So now we in the world of everybody got to play professional football in order to talk, and that's crazy too though. So I get what you're saying, and I get what he's saying too as well, bro. But I appreciate you, man. What else you got?
No, I'm just saying that when someone comes in with a concern, I don't care how early in the season,
right.
Just hear me out. If I have a concern, if I see something, you don't have to throw on film to prove me wrong.
Right.
Yeah, that's all.
Oh yeah, I feel you on that, Glenn. But hey, man, I thank you for calling in, though, bro. Yeah.
Peace out.
No doubt. Jerry makes it so difficult for us, man, as fans. It's literally easier to defend Puff Daddy or P Diddy than it is to defend Jerry. Like, if you defending Jerry, what's the difference? What's the difference, man? It might be ESPN 30 for 30 years from now, and we hear that Jerry done had a whole slew of things on that damn yacht, and they gonna come out of the woodshed saying, yeah, Jerry held me captive while we was in the season in 2015, because it's hard, man. Like, who makes these decisions? We be banging on the table for this and that and that and this, and they wait to the last minute, man. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The expectation's still the same. The expectation's still the same. Jerry is going yard sale shopping again. He buys the $5 painting and hopes it really is worth $1 million. 99% of the time, it's just $5. Yeah, it's crazy. Fly Park says Cooper Rush or Trey Lance. That's the next debate right there. Who you gonna go with? Cooper or Cooper or Trey or Trigger or Day? You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things, man. Mingo from the South, baby. Yeah. Shout out to my Mississippi boys. I promise you, they're gonna have mangoes out there. Watch. I got my guy from the Anonymous Society, man. What's good with you? You live?
Hey.
What's up?
Hey, Love. What's up, Love? How you doing, man?
All is well, man. Hey, we just gotta wait and see now, man.
Do you think Jerry gonna pull something off today?
He just signed. We just traded for a guy. We burnt the 4th round draft pick, another 4th round draft pick for Jonathan Mingo. So,
that's what defense. That's defensive lineman.
You trolling me, Eddie? Nah. I mean, he a wide receiver, bro. He a wide receiver, man.
I just got in.
You just got in. Okay, yeah. I know people just waking up seeing the news, man. And instead of Bingo is his name, Mingo is his name. Drake Maddox says Mingo is his name, yo.
What height is?
He's 6'2". He's 6'2". He's a X receiver on the outside. He got good size. He runs a sub 4.40. You know, I'm not gonna give him full 4.3 yet, but he do got some short area quickness. For so far, he haven't fit in according to the Panthers beat writers there and people in Panthers land. They celebrating. They like, hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? We back, Mortimer, we back. You know, but I think that just like I'm gonna use the words of Mike McCarthy, just like anything, a change of scenery might help out for the kid. Give him some warm brace and warm welcomes over here in Cowboys land.
Well, hey, we welcome him good. I mean, hey, as long as they do what they're supposed to do with him, don't get him and then put him. He gotta wait till the system. Man, listen, put the boys in.
Yeah.
If you trade him for him, put him in and play him. Like Fournette, they're not even playing this young guy. This guy is fast. This guy got the hands. This guy got durability. He got the moves. Do you see how them boys and them boys chief? They swift. You got to be swift when you're running it routes. Amari Cooper was swift when you were running routes.
Yeah.
I mean, Martavis Brown, he was swift when you're running routes. I don't understand it, bro. I mean, well, at least he made something happen. I mean, if you're gonna go get a defensive lineman, you need to go get a defensive lineman.
This move is equivalent. Like I'm being real 1,000 with you, bro. This move is equivalent of the Cowboys having breaking news of making Ryan Flournoy your number 2 wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? It's literally moving Ryan Flournoy off your damn, 5th option to your 2nd option. And right. I'm not beating up Mingo, but when I looked at the tape, his tape and Flournoy tape, they are similar to a degree. So I'm just have to wait and see, man. I think the Cowboys' next move today should be somebody on defense. They said they're gonna make several moves, so let's see who they get on defense from here. And if not, then it could be running back. But it's one of those things where the Cowboys it's just who they are, bro. Thank you for calling in, fam.
Hey, hello. Oh, you gone?
No, I'm still here, man. What you got?
Oh, hey, yesterday I tried to hit you up yesterday, but I want to call and let you know that Hebrews 11:1 say faith is the substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen.
Yeah,
you can't see the evidence.
Yeah,
you have no faith.
Come on with it.
Yesterday,
Come on with it, boy. We be having scriptures in here. We can have Bible study next week.
I'm coming back to you. Man. Have a good one, man.
You as well, man. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. But without works, you would never get those evidence, the things that you try to see that you can't see, right? So, I mean, all I can say is, y'all, It's not over with yet. Hopefully, we got into 3 o'clock, the deadline. I had Marathon in the show title line at first, but, oh, my God. 4 p.m. deadline. Okay, shout out to you, Nigel. Let's make sure that they ain't talking about no other news and updates so far. So let's see what they got.
But let me get you on over.
Start hitting them in the pocketbook and where it hurts. That's where it's going to matter, guys. We need to make a stand because if not, Jerry Jones doesn't care. He's going to continue to smile and be like, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And in reality, sorry if I'm not supposed to say this, but he's not going to do a damn thing because he doesn't care what we think. At the end of the day, as long as he lines his pockets, that's what he cares about. I'm sorry to say it.
Thank you for the call, boss. You appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Tate in Fort Worth. Tate, you are up next.
All right, so while they doing their phone lines, man, somebody said they'd rather have Cole Beasley over here, but let's do this tag away right quick. Appreciate everybody for jumping in. If you heard this news while you were driving and you had your hot coffee in your lap and it spilled all over you and you swerved a little bit and you got back in lane and then somebody T-boned you in that particular same process and you wondering who you should call, where you should go, I'm telling you, it starts right here.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first. Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies.
Yes,
Frenkel first.
Indeed. Make sure you give them a call and pull out your phone. Take all of the pictures you can, and their team of experts will examine that. They will timestamp it. They will get you in the right places. And on top of that, they will fight those insurance companies that try to get you to jump in and jump out and say, hey, this is $10,000, not knowing that you can get about $50 to maybe $100,000. So they will fight for you to make sure you get the right proper money. So that's FrenkelFirm.com. Be sure, or FrenkelFirm.com. Be sure to check out that website as well. Call them first, visit them on the website, and let's get things going. I got the next caller, the baller, the shot caller. Hey, low, and then we have 863. So 304, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me, man.
What's good, Law? I'm back again.
Yeah.
I'm make this a weekly thing, a daily thing.
yeah. Come on with it.
Check me out now. What I tell you at the beginning, they are incompetent. They don't know what to do.
They don't.
I told you the reason why. Well, we all know why they're comfortable because nobody's putting no pressure on them.
Yeah.
But we are watching the implosion of this front office.
Yeah.
We are watching the implosion of this front office. Now, look, I wanted Jonathan Mingo last year when we had
we drafted him. Yeah.
I really did.
Yeah.
So if you look at it from their perspective, which you try to look at it from the best side possible, you look at it from this perspective. All right, they had a second round grade, only third round grade, and they give up a fourth for it.
Right.
Okay, from that perspective, that's not that bad. Then you turn around and say, all right, who was his quarterback? Who was throwing at him? They haven't had any stability.
Yeah.
So you look at it from that perspective. Okay, so you might be, you know what I'm saying? It can look good. It can come out being a good.
It can come out be good in the long run. Yeah.
Yeah, because in the long run, but to give up a fourth round pick, knowing that we might end up top 10. So that
here's what you got to do. Yeah. Now that could backfire on us if we fool around and only win like 1 or 2 more games, and that would be an early 4th round pick for us, and then it's no longer theirs because it's going to the Panthers. Here's how they look at it. I don't think that they are in tune with the outside world of what other teams are doing. They are in their own bubble, Lou. So looking at this deal from their point of view, it's a slam dunk. You mean to tell me I got a guy that I had a 2nd round grade on, right? And he was in the 2nd round. We wanted him, but it's a year later, and we got him for a 4th round draft pick. The only problem is with this, bro, is that other teams are able to capitalize off of that better. You know what I'm saying? Like my guy Skywalker still said, Trey Lance and Mingo, yeah, that's okay. But Hopkins traded with a conditional fifth. Cooper traded for a conditional fifth. To Buffalo for a third, Adams for a third. So Zadarius. Oh my God, Zadarius Smith was a fifth.
Yeah.
Oh my God. See, but from the Cowboys' perspective, from their point of view, is that everything is good. You know what I'm saying? Everything is great because they're not looking at the outside world. They're only looking at themselves, and they are high and mighty. They walking out with their chests out. And they saying that, look what we did. We the ones with 5 Super Bowl rings. We the ones that's been winning. If you look at everybody else, they don't have this, what we have. But go ahead.
Yeah. And the problem is they are consistently living off of what they did in 1991, 2,
right.
3, 4, and 5. That was over 30 years ago. My complaint will still be the same.
Yeah.
What have you done in the last 30 years? Okay, we can go from, all right, we won a couple playoff games, but if you're saying that you're consistently built off of Super Bowls, you are the only issue that's been consistent. The Jones are the only issue that's been consistent.
Yeah.
And, being cheap, from not even really wanting to sign Deion, but Jerry going out and doing it, to them overpaying, Joey Galloway, 2 first-round picks. I mean, and the list goes on and on, from the blunders, the Roy Williams, the 2 first-round picks for Roy Williams. It just goes on and on.
Yeah.
But the problem is, the bigger problem is, they do not have, honestly, they do not know how to evaluate the talent that they need for the team.
No doubt, man. You right on the money, man. Appreciate you for calling in, A. Lou.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's from the 304, my guy, A. Lou. And look, I'm gonna say this again. It's not Jonathan's fault. He getting hit with strays and stuff. He's sitting here like, man, football is a hard thing to do. It was hard for me to make a transition over from college, college to the pros, and now I'm over here in Carolina. That team is like garbage juice, and now all of a sudden, his name is forever gonna be implanted in the minds and the hearts and souls of people because he got traded to the Cowboys. To this day, Greg Hardy will still be playing in the National Football League. After he threw that girl on the bed of guns or what have you. And the toxicology report also came out that she was high on that booger sugar too, but that's a whole nother story. He shouldn't have picked her up and put her on the bed of guns. But by him ultimately, that was the last guy we got from Carolina, I believe. By him ultimately coming to Dallas, they flipped it, and people were thinking that he did that while he was here. Who remember that? Greg Hardy, Yeah, who remember that? Yeah. And he would have, if he would have went to any other team, he'd probably be still playing in the National. He would be just not finishing up his career. But by him going to the Cowboys and cussing out Jason Garrett, slapping the clipboard out of his hand and everything, he got banned, and he got shadow banned, and he got a whole bunch of other stuff that happened to him that I can't speak on. That we don't want to outspeak our wisdom teeth. But the Cowboys, man, is going to always be ultra talked about, and it would have been crazy. It would have been too good of a true story if it would have been this news, though. Breaking news, the Cowboys now signed J.C. Horn. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I love that one now. I love that one. Then I'll say, okay, all right. I can build upon that one a little bit. I know the pedigree of that kid, right? And I know Al Harris once he get his hands on him, because we see what Carson looked like out there, man. Come on, man. Is J.C. Horn, is he okay, y'all? Oh, my gosh, is he okay? Let me make sure that there ain't no other news that's happening. They still talking about Jonathan and them. All right, let me get the next caller on from the 863. We got Scott. You're live on The Nation.
Law.
What's good?
What did we just do? I'm in class right now looking at kids that might not make it. And I said, well, since y'all got else on this last test I just handed out, I'm gonna go ahead and call off because I just think my teaching skills is not happening, bro.
Yeah.
Who the heck is Mingo? I just looked him up, and the dude got 85 receptions and 485 yards and no touchdowns from last year, and like maybe 161 this year with no touchdowns. Why did we do that?
Man, we going to the Super Bowl, man. We going to the Super Bowl, man.
That was the best development. It's like if anybody remember when your parents promise you, like maybe those that struggle,
yeah,
your parents promise you a pair of new Jordans or something like that, but they waited too long to actually go get them, but now they bring you home some Team Jordans or some Shaqs or something like that, man. Yeah. It just don't feel right. It just don't feel the same, man. I would have loved for you to come up on your show and say, breaking news, the Cowboys have traded for Amari Cooper. And you know what I'm saying, the Cowboys have traded for T. Higgins or something.
Yeah.
The Cowboys went back and got Odell Beckham. I would have been happy with that, man. Dude, who is Mingo, man? I'm trying to see what.
Hey, bro, this is what the DB... who go up against Quinyon Mitchell and the DBs. They'll wave him off. The rookie wave him off a little bit. We got over the top help, man. Oh my gosh, man!
Other trades, bro. Looking at the other trades, man, it's like somebody traded for, I think, Chicago Bears, one of the good running backs, and got him. I'm like, dude, all that money we got sitting in this bank. What are we doing, man?
What we got to do here, bro? If we got to see it from the Joneses' point of view, they are looking. They don't look at the outside world. They only looking at their trade. You know what I'm saying? So from their mind, they had a second round grade on him, and from that second round grade on him, they are looking at it like, okay, even though we had a second round grade on him, we got him for a fourth. That's winning. You know, that's the same that they said with Trey Lance. Hey, we had a second round grade on him. We had a second round grade on Trey Lance, and we got him for a fourth.
I feel so bad for the other guys, like dude, like Flournoy and Brooks and all them boys. They're not really getting a real shot to even catch the ball. Now we finna go trade for another guy that called a few of them and barely got more yards than them, and they haven't really played much. It's just like, dude, man, this is bad. This reminds me of 2020. You know, 2020 was a bad year, man. This is like, man, the first Cowboy games I went to was in 2015 when they came here to play the Bucks, and we lost by nothing but field goals. And Tony Romo was out, and Dez Bryant was out. And it's just like, man, that was a great time to go, but it's like the anticipation of trying to win a game and not win is the same way I feel right now, bro. I got emotional damage. It almost like the next thing we're going to get, the Cowboys trade, you know what I'm saying, Trey Lance or Mozzie Smith for a pack of bubble gum and a Plan B pill. Like, dude, what the hell are y'all doing? And the Plan B pill is going to be for Jerry because he keep finding all these kids to say that he is. But it's just like, Lord, this is bad.
It's crazy, man.
Look, hey, go get Tim Tebow. Go get Tim Tebow. I'll be happy with that. Give that man a chance to be fullback or something like that.
He got only one less playoff win than Dak.
Exactly.
In Tony Romo, he got one less playoff win than Dak and Tony Romo. Dak and Tony Romo only got one more playoff win than Tim Tebow too. If you want to put it that way.
Good Lord, I feel bad for us, man.
Oh my God! When it rains, it pours, man. You know what? I appreciate you, man. This deal is like giving a Plan B to Oprah after you done know what you done did. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. That's Oprah. Don't you know what you about to do? You know what you about to be? You know?
Wow, dude. God dang, man. It's like, I don't get it, bro. It's like it's just nothing. You waited too long when you had an opportunity to get us something. You got to come down here and get us nothing, man. Like, get us the bad step kids. You went and got the bad step kids with the silver teeth, man. You didn't get us those kids with the good teeth down at the health clinic. Just like, dude, what are y'all doing, man? It's nothing.
Let me say this before I let you go. Let me say this, because I'm giving a pre-snake warning. We got rid of Amari Cooper for a fifth. And we hold on. And we just traded for Jonathan Mingo for a fourth.
Man, come on, man. Long, go ahead and break out that box.
Oh my God, it's too early to be day drinking. It's too early to be day drinking, but dog.
And I don't care right now, man. Forget it. I'm a day drinker there in front of you.
Oh my
What you
God.
want, man?
Oh man, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, bro, for
All
calling
right,
in,
bro.
man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
Oh my gosh, man. Oh my God, it hurt right there when you look at it and when you contextualize it that way, bro. It's too crazy, man. For all of this to be going down. Oh my gosh, man. Yeah, it's too crazy for all of this to be going down. Where we at, baby? Where we at? Come on with it. Oh my gosh, man. That brother taking that, is that Takavaka? That's the red cap, ain't it? Or that's that brunette. What kind of drink my God Denzel is drinking over there? Good grief, man. And I hate it. I hate it. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm trying to find the positives out of this. But at the end of the day, boy, we deserve to get what we getting out of Jerry if we continue to support Jerry in this nonsense right here.
Are you super sad about the trade?
I'm not sad about the trade. It's a bad trade.
Yeah.
It's bad. I was just looking this up during the break. Of the 126 players, receivers, running backs, whatever, of the 126 players with 75 targets or more over the last 2 seasons, Jonathan Mingo ranks 126th in success rate. And he is 3 percentage points worse than 125, which is the largest gap between any 2 players on the list.
I know this is taking it back a little too far, Bobby, because
we don't go backwards. Ask Jerry.
He's in the league for 2 years now.
That's all he does.
But
go backwards.
do y'all trust Dane Brugler?
Yeah.
You fans of Dane Brugler?
Yeah, Dane's great.
Except for his barbecue.
What is the Cowboys receivers' biggest problem at the moment?
Dropping the ball.
Here is the weakness
Separation
of
from ball.
Jonathan Mingo, according to Dane Brugler. Lacks noticeable twitch out of his breaks and faces a lot of contested windows.
Great. So
That's
we got
for
another
Cooper
wide
Rush
receiver.
to throw it up, or Lance just throw it.
Not get
The tightly contested catches is what we need.
I remember last year I was like, okay, they got something going on in Carolina with this. They got a couple things that I'm very interested in seeing to start the season. And then I watched the first game and I went, their receivers are all very slow. Adam Thielen, Mingo, I was like, they're all slower than I expected. And that's why they weren't getting the separation that they needed. I'm not in love with this. It's gonna take a lot for me to see.
For all our Dallas Cowboy fans,
Any
will tell you this, that I've been around. I've seen Michael Irvin tear up and cry when he couldn't lose anybody because he's just recovering from knee surgery.
Jonathan Mingo, Michael Irvin, baby. Yeah. What number they gonna give him, you know? Oh my gosh, man. They got the fighting out there, man. Harry Hines. That's the best fight we done seen all out of Dallas all this year, man. Oh my God, they fighting, they swabbling over there. Oh my God, Harry Hines Boulevard. I got from the 817. You're live on the Nation, man. Talk to me.
Hey, what's up? I'm live.
Yeah, you're live, man. What's good with you, bro?
Hey, man, I just think you need a lot of pieces, but I wonder why everybody talking about trading Michael Parsons. I've been seeing that lately.
I saw that on a Fisher report. I saw that on, I think, Get Up or something like that. I mean, right now, business is slow. You know, right now, the Cowboys not winning, so it's time to fabricate drama for clicks and views. Now, granted, you can probably get something going if you trade Michael Parsons as far as newsworthy, conversational. But right now, he's your best defensive player.
Yeah, he really is. That's why I'm like, we at least need some more picks around him. And I
Right.
think that would help our defense tremendously.
Yeah.
If we did that. But, you know, hey, I don't know. In the running back, I think I like number 23.
Oh, you like Rico? Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, of course, you know, he ain't grade A, but you know, he can work. We just need a receiver and somebody on defense, like a cornerback.
what you think our stance were on Rico?
Say that again.
What do you think our stance is on Rico?
Man, I mean, I don't know. I like him. I think
You like him, right?
We don't look like. What'd you say?
I think that everybody in the chat pretty much like Rico. I think that everybody understood that Rico is not an every down back, right? I think that everybody in the chat wanted to pair up Rico with another running back, right? I think that everybody was looking at it like, hey, let Rico give his touches, but when you get inside the 20 or when you get down into the red zone, put Zeke in or put Luke Hunter in or somebody like that. But if you're going to do running back by committee. But the Cowboys, for some strange reason, they literally benched Rico in the third quarter. This last game.
Yeah, I noticed it.
They benched him. It's like he didn't touch the ball again until the late third, right into the fourth. Why would you do that when the kid is averaging 6.3 yards per tote? On top of that, my guy, we've been very slow in the third quarter. Why would you get rid of your best weapon? The person that stopped Rico last game was Mike McCarthy.
Own coach. That's cold.
That's cold-blooded.
You know what, though? I guess it was time to just throw. You know what I mean?
Now, I say that the game wasn't that far away. What ultimately gave them points was us going for it on our own side of the field. Ultimately, what gave them points, they scored 14 points, bro, from our stupidness. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy how this team is. And then Jerry comes out the very next day and said, I like the wisdom and I like the understanding and the philosophy of Mike McCarthy. I can't make this stuff up, bro.
Yeah, that's cold, man. But yeah, I was just definitely checking your channel out, man. I like what you're doing, and I'm actually glad you picked me to jump on here real quick, man. I'm gonna continue watching, bro.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man. Good call from you. Yeah, good call from you. All right, so the next person on this election day, I appreciate y'all so much for jumping in and tuning in. Let me just make sure before I let Marcus on if there's any other news out here.
We're not covering Devil's Advocate, Kevin.
I have one.
Yeah, go ahead, because I'm a little stumped at the moment.
Kevin, and I'm not telling you have to go down my route, but it doesn't affect me.
I can't do it, Mike. I can't.
I will not let Jerry Jones, who does not care about us,
I agree with that.
He affected the way I felt in my life too much. I will say this. He has millions of people that it's really weird. We shouldn't be this way as humans, but it does affect our lives. This trade, I can see in this room how Choppy's not. Me and Choppy are cool. But like how this affects you guys so much. And I will say this. I don't know Jerry at all. I do know Chris Young. I know he takes that responsibility that he does affect the lives of Ranger fans. It doesn't mean he's going to win, but he understands the responsibility he has.
No doubt. It's a good call from him. All right, Marcus, man, you live from the 513. You on the Nation, man. Talk to me.
Yo, what's good, Law?
Hey, man. Hey, all is well. Jonathan Mingo time, man.
So I'll touch on the Mingo thing real quick. I feel like there's potential.
Yeah,
I mean, there's always potential with these moves that we make. He has talent. He has a body. He was drafted in the high rounds. I mean, he was in a very poor organization, very poor quarterback play. But he's also coming into a situation where Cooper Rush is going to be quarterback. It's the middle of the season. Our O-line is not playing well. And on top of that, like, we have Mike McCarthy with the play calls. So it's like, is he even going to use his strengths to our advantage? Which he hasn't done with any of these acquisitions. Look at Brandon Cooks. Hasn't done anything with him. So I'm definitely not really like optimistic about it, but I see that there's potential because of the talent that he has. And there's just so many other factors on this team right now, so it's really hard to be like, oh yeah, we just traded for Mingo, and now all of a sudden we're going to think Mingo's going to change our O-line, change our quarterback, change the defensive flaws and the play calling.
I think that most fans right here, Marcus, was looking for a veteran guy, you know. And if it was somebody young, and if it's like grandstanding, it would have been like a T. Higgins maybe to a degree, or a Chris Olave, you know, since, you know, the Saints going to have a whole new coaching staff over there. I think that those, and I don't know if Chris Olave is healthy or not, but I think that that's where most fans were looking at, like, if you're going to make a mid-season trade late, right? Everybody knows you're desperate. Well, go ahead and get somebody that can be impactful immediately, you know, but not a development project, because that's what they're saying from Panthers. But you are right. He do have upside. So do Ron Flo. So do, you know, Tolbert to a degree.
Yep. It's difficult, too, when we have no run game to open up the passes. And then on top of that, like, our O-line's not playing good. So
facts.
We'll see what happens. Outside of that, so we have Micah coming back next game.
Yeah, Jerry did say Micah will be out there on the field, and I don't know if he's speaking too ahead of himself, but I would love for Jerry not to announce this Tuesday, right? It could have been, hey, Micah could have been a game day decision. So now, if you're an Eagles person, you're sitting there like, okay, Micah, he's playing this week. And Bland, he's playing this week. I would have kept that damn stuff to my chest, Marcus. I would have said, you know what? I don't know where Bland is at right now. I don't know where Michael is at right now. These guys are day to day, and it don't look too good for us right now.
Well, and this is what this is what kind of worries me about this game coming up is Saquon is revitalized. He is on a next level of his career right now. And you already know he's got beef with the Cowboys because of his history. And then he's on the Eagles now, so it's like even more beef towards us. So it's like, man, I'm really buckling down and hoping that we can stop the run a little bit, or else it could get really ugly.
I think Saquon is 0-7 going against the Cowboys, and
with the Giants,
though. So that's not transferable information. Oh my God, he looked rejuvenated though. Oh my God,
Danny Jones at quarterback.
And we're gonna have to cover every blade of grass. It's possible. I'm not going to say it's not possible. You just never know. Football, in the words of Brian Broadus, is a strange lady. So all I can say is we're looking for scoops and scores. We're looking for takeaways. We're looking for bad clock management. We're looking at maybe Kellen Moore overanalyze something. And looking for a sneak win. And those are all hopes, man, because I haven't even pulled up the Eagles. I haven't even started diving into them yet. But it's going to be a thing whereas we're going to have our hands full with them.
Yeah. Now, do you think they're going to keep – is Guyton going to stay at left tackle, or are we just going to go ahead and kind of let him sit and learn? Is he just going to stay?
I think he's going to stay at left tackle. He's going to learn. Looking back at what the Vikings did when Darisaw went down, they went and got Cam Robertson, and I was just listening to how they and I think that was the last Sunday night game. They was just talking about how he was able to be implemented into the system and get things going quickly to keep the quarterback. He don't even know all of the plays, but he know left tackle. And you looking at Cam versus what we got out of Tyler Guyton, it's like night and day. And I know one is a veteran, one is a rookie. But when you are in a year like the Vikings, you got to make sure you keep things moving. You can't just say, okay, let me just get the next man up. That's what teams do when you have a general manager that's living year to year versus a team like the Cowboys. They got a general manager that goes from century to century, you know?
Heck yeah, man. Like, I mean, just looking at the Chiefs, they're 7-0, and here they are trading for DeAndre Hopkins.
Yep. And
like,
Uche.
wow.
Yeah, and defense. And they lose that game. They lose that game without DeAndre Hopkins.
Yep.
Yeah. So that goes to show you that even the greatness of a Pat Mahomes, he need weapons, bro. Because I'm quite sure when we talk about those catches that's been dropped for the last 2 weeks, I'm not putting it all on Kevontae Turpin. But in Dallas land, the expectation is still for us to win those games. 9 times out of 10, D-Hop is catching that. You know what I'm saying? Just put it in the area. So those 2 catches, those crucial catches, it could change the outcome of the game just like that. And for the life of me, Jerry thinking that, hey, I got my shorter D-Hop here. You know, but I appreciate you for calling in, bro.
Yes, sir. How about them boys?
How about them? That's Marcus, man. Good call from Yeah, we got a short D-Hop here, you know. Let me see what we got here far as they still throwing around. Yeah, it's crazy, man, how all of this going. It's the fight on Harry Hine. They fighting over there. They fighting hard over there, y'all. Boy, we're going to have to go back in and take a breakdown on that one. Let me see if I can get over here to our boys here. I think I said here, quick thoughts on the trade for Mingo. Not sure how much it helps right now, especially with Dak Prescott out, concerning he was not used much in Carolina. Good news, maybe he's under contract for 2 more years if it's the plan out to use him with Lamb, Tolbert, and Cooks as the free agent next season. So Brandon Cooks, the wide receiver that we have here, I believe he's in the 21-day window to come back to return for this team. That could be a situation by the time he come back. That could be the time that Lamb is back into good tip-top shape. But at that time, boy, we are already hosed. And this is what we going up against this week. The 6-2 Philadelphia Eagles. Their calling card is defense. They have the 3rd-ranked defense in the National Football League. They create pressure up the middle. They figure out ways to get to the quarterback up the middle. They're tied for 11th in special teams, and in offense, they still have a top 10 offense. They have a top 10 offense. And if anybody got snake venom for the Cowboys, would be the Philadelphia Eagles. They out there already saying, we want Dallas. I guarantee you. They probably saying, we want Dallas, whether we are healthy or not. And the Cowboys right here, we have the 31st ranked defense, and we have the 29th ranked offense. Special team is our calling card. And every time I look up on special teams, we will be running the ball, and we'll be like, yeah, run, Kevontae Turpin, run, baby. Look at the little legs, run. Yeah. And then he get 40 or 50 yards, and there'll still be laundry out there. Still be some type of yellow flag. It's rough on us, man. It's rough and rugged being a Dallas Cowboy fan. It is. Next, we got from the 206 MJ, you're live on the Nation. Marv, talk to us, man.
What up, Law? How you doing?
Man.
What school Mingo come from?
Ole Miss, man.
How fast is
he? 440. But he's about the same speed wise as Flo, give or take.
Okay.
Some say 4.3, but 4.40, give or take.
Okay, Mingo. Okay, yeah, I remember Mingo.
You remember him? I had some clips of him because I was banging the table for us to draft him. Yeah, you remember, right? He was one of my guys. Yeah.
So they got who they want in 4th round. Whatever, you know. 4th, and you gave up a 4th. You got him in the 7th round pick back. Now, if you was smart, if me and you, Jim, now I'm going to Cleveland. Hey, let me get Chalmers. Let me bring back Dalvin Thomas. Give you a 5th round pick.
Nah. That would be nice. I said 6. You Dalvin, get that big 6. Boy. Yeah. Because they on fire sale. They ain't doing nothing else with it. Give me a 6. Give me a 6.
Hey, and I'm going to kill y'all. I'm going to go and get my number and give me that big detail, that DN. I'll give you a 2 for him.
Oh, you talking about Myles Garrett? Oh, yeah. Now you cooking, MJ. I would literally give up a 2nd in my six for them two, I would just give them as a consolation prize, for Mozzie. I just do a swap like, hey, here's Mozzie, man. You can have him. Yeah. And then and Mama Mozzie, and let me just say this, Mama Mozzie, I'm just speaking football, Mama Mozzie. I know she watched the show. but you trade Dono, okay, elevate Wanye or Bell, okay, keep going, keep cooking. See, you got some brilliant ideas. What about Jeffrey Simmons? Ooh, Jeffrey Simmons would be nice right now.
How old is he?
How old Jeffrey Simmons is? It's another Mississippi boy.
20.
20, I think he's about 27, 28-ish.
Yeah, man, we got 4 or 5. I'm trading all them 5. Give me 6. Ooh.
Now we cooking. All right, so what that does is Parsons is on his way back. We seeing how Overshawn flying around. To a degree, my guy number 50, he just hanging in by a loose tooth, right? So Bland get back. Diggs is Diggs. I get all of that. This defense will be re-solidified just off of those moves that you make today.
That defense, you make them moves, Simmons, Johnny Foe, and you gave up all them picks. Hey, man, your defense going to be ranked number 1.
Your defense, you would be immediately you'll blow up from the 31st to the number top. You'll be top 10 defense. You top 10 defense.
Now they worry about Parsons here. The middle's covered. Now you got rid of all them other players that we don't need no more. And
they said Simmons is 27 years of age.
Oh, see, that's perfect.
Hey, have you ever noticed like when that stuff starting to happen, like when you start making moves like that, all of a sudden everybody get healthy. Like D-Law say, hey, I'm back now, I'm good. Marshawn Nealon, all of a sudden get all back good together,
You
make those type of moves. Yeah.
You trade 97. If you're going to get Simmons back, you trade 97 because you ain't going to sign him anyway.
Also.
Also.
Yeah.
Simmons taking Osa. You got big 94 in there now. Now you got 90 and the other 95. Now Parsons. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Them linebackers going to be eating. Now the safeties. Now you got a fast safety in there. You ain't got to worry about number 6. Because that was the easy play. I could have covered that play when that halfback came all the way around, went across the middle. He went too deep. I said, that's slow, like he went in the quicksand. I would have made an interception.
Yeah.
I would have made an interception.
You ain't lying.
Oh, my God. You can see that play. Boy, I said, look at this. Me and my friend were watching along. I said, look at number 6, y'all. He always late.
I think 6... To me, he got a lot of Dan Quinn in him, and I'm not beating him. Hold on, I'm not beating him up over that, but I think that 6 to me plays better down inside, like closer to the LOS, like.
But he missing tackles.
He's the way he missing tackles because he's starting too far away. But when he played close to the LOS, think about this though. What we used to see from 6 is what we seen a few times out of Overshawn. Yeah.
41. He got 14 and 30. Yo, with them boys, we just putting that defense be cold blooded.
It would be.
Oh my God! Now you cook with Hakus.
Yeah.
And all the fans will be happy now, but they ain't gonna do that.
Yeah.
They right now before the draft, I'm calling Cleveland. Give me number 94.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm trying to get all the right law, but get them draft picks.
Get them.
Go all in now. You'll make all the fans, and then we won't say nothing. Cause now we can win 20-16, 20-17 with Cooper Rush, cause he did it before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your defense be getting sacks now on a 4-man.
No doubt. In closing, what else you got?
In closing, man, we got the receiver. It's cool, but it's a sorry, dumb fat boy. Fat boy don't know how to use his receivers now. And the caller was right. Dumb ain't gonna know what to do.
He wouldn't know what to do.
He'll build on the sideline. He'll build on the sideline. Because he don't need any throwing up. Them pads, like you say, them should have been the throwing up. And this dumb fool, he's still going to have number 6 on the outside doing dumb plays.
No doubt, bro. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for calling in, Mark. Appreciate you, bro. It's MJ Marv. They call him Magic City on the other channel, but it's my guy, man. Good guy, man. Take good care of us when we go out there to L.A. to live and die. I would say, excuse me, I'm losing my voice over here. Whoa. I would say this though. The Dallas Cowboys are in a situation whereas they are desperate. Now that we made this move, I guarantee you they looking back at it saying, hey, how the fans, how was the temperature of the fans? And they are hearing from the fans. They are hearing from us, you know.
But I think that's very applicable to the other big story of the day, of Election Day. I'm very invested. I don't think there's any way in hell that either one of the two main candidates give a crap about most of us, but I'm still invested.
Will we have a winner today?
I don't.
I mean, we already do. I'm already a winner. Okay, she's very much a loser. She's never won anything.
Chappie is treating today like the Super Bowl watch party. He just waiting for 10:01. Get up out of here.
Did
and
the
move
weekend
on.
make you worried at all? Did yesterday make you worried with the
7
about the 4th round pick today? He will care about it a little bit on draft day when there's maybe somebody that he would have liked to have drafted there, but he won't know it. It'd just be his scouts would be like, dang it, I wish we had that pick.
And I just wanted to throw this out there because I think this is not a fair assessment.
The 205, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me, man.
What's up, Law? How you doing, man?
Man, better days. What's good?
I know, better days. Good times, good times.
Yeah.
But this is just my thoughts, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we look at just even this trade with Mingo.
Okay.
The Chiefs was able to get Hawkins with the 5th on a 5th-year conditional pick.
Yeah.
Just thinking about that.
Yeah.
And they got him before, let's just say, in advance, where we could have put him in while Dak was still okay and CD was still okay.
Yeah.
That would have been better.
Oh, that would have been crazy.
And just,
yeah.
Right. And just to wait. So you can see the landscape there that we could have went and got a veteran player.
Mm-hmm.
Not costing us too much in draft capital
to
do this. And the second thing that I'm waiting to see, depending on these moves, if we make more moves and they're paying out salary that would equate to us getting Derrick Henry, I'm going to be mad. That's going to be sad, man.
Yeah.
Real sad.
It's going to be terrible, man. It's going to be like the Chiefs got sense of urgency.
Right.
They are more hungry than we are. They want to get back to the Super Bowl. They don't even mention Super Bowl. Like, nobody knows who's the general manager of the Chiefs, and they won the last few Super Bowls here, right? So it's one of those things whereas we feel like we in pain, though, man. It feel like we're in a dark tunnel that we can't get out of because of the leadership here. They don't have the sense of urgency. And can you imagine the team that just won the Super Bowl got more sense of urgency than we do?
Right. And it's sad because that's what Jerry was pitching to us fans last season. Hey, I'm going all in.
Mm-hmm. Going all in, yeah.
But where's those actions at now? See, I think Jerry just looks too far down the road. And it is kind of mind-boggling that a lot of our key players are out this particular year on a 1-year contract for McCarthy. So I'm also waiting to see at the end of the season. I think this is done, man. To see what was actually the mindset of Jerry for this year, depending on what moves he makes when the season is over with. I think we would get a lot of insight of what Jerry was thinking about.
Right. And nobody knows what's in the Jerry's mind, man. It is what it is, but he regrets for whatever move that he's doing, and we'll see if he can overcome his regrets by signing Jonathan Mingo today, man, or trading for him for a 4th-round draft pick, knowingly that other wide receivers that's light years ahead of him went for less, man. It's crazy, but I appreciate you for calling in.
I appreciate that, man.
No doubt. And I don't want y'all to beat up Jonathan. It's not his fault that the Cowboys did this, right? He's probably looking at this like, hey, change of scenery. And the only thing they can really put even more pain to this, if they give Jonathan Mingo 0, we'd be like, wait a minute, Jerry, I thought you wasn't going to give nobody 0. You got this dude, Overshaw, killing it. Give that man a 0. So the next thing would be what number he will wear, right? Because, that's a real argumentative type of thing here in Dallas land. What number you wearing and all of that, the legacy and it could be too big. This stage could be very, very bright for him. And if he wasn't doing a lot of things in Carolina land, it could be even worse for him over here. But it's just what it is, y'all. We're going backwards. I feel you, Jeff. But this is where we at, man. This is the state of the Dallas Cowboys. I hate it just like the next man. But, hey, we got to keep it moving. From the 678, and then we have Jake the Great. 678, you're live.
Yo, Law, what's good, my brother?
Hey, man. One day at a time.
You know what? I'm not even going to get too amped. I ain't going to get too hyped. But I will say this, man. For the brother Mingo, sometimes, the old saying says somebody else's trash is somebody else's treasure. Yeah. And I leave that part where it is because I see he didn't really have the opportunities. They had a quarterback problem out there in the first place. So I leave that up under the rug. But what I will say, like your caller did a couple of calls ago, we would have did much better on defense. I would have gave the house for Myles Garrett, period, hands down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you something, man. To Jerry's credit, and I know everybody's on him, I was at that game in Atlanta yesterday, 2 days ago. And I'm going to tell you something, bro. I watched the players. Law, they are confused.
Mm-hmm.
Their communication on that offensive line is terrible.
It's terrible.
The offensive line coach needs to be fired yesterday. Mike McCarthy needs to go because he's been seeing this already. Jerry is right. He do have the players. I saw how wide open some of the wide receivers were, but the problem is your line is jacked up and those plays take too damn long to develop.
Yeah.
That's the main
what you're gonna see. What you're gonna see is, and this is not to beat up Dak Prescott. It's not to beat up Dak Prescott. But what you're gonna see the difference is between him and Rush is watch that third foot on a 3-step drop, the ball is out. His decision is already there, right? And he got those mechanics that even though he may not, he don't have a strong arm, he'll throw a floater, right? And they can't call those out routes for him, So you're going to see a little bit some of those comeback routes. They're going to have some comfortable throws for him on that aspect. You may see more middle of the field throws. You're going to see some of the low drag throws. So to Mike McCarthy's defense and Jerry Jones, you get a bigger target out of Mingo. Maybe they get out of their crazy ways, and they elevate flow into the system more than using Kevontae Turpin, because Turpin, he had the ball in his hand, right? And he dropped it, because that's just who he is.
Twice.
Yeah.
He's just not big enough, and you know what? You're absolutely right. They're going to dumb down the system for Rush, and Rush is going to know where he's going with that ball on that third step. You're exactly right.
Yeah,
they don't do that to Dak, and what they should have done at Dak. Hey, Dak, look, we're going to take control. Third step, get rid of it. Quick, they had it. I don't understand Mike McCarthy. I'm sitting at the game. They had a great game plan, and it was working, and they went away from it.
Right.
Jake Ferguson was killing them. They couldn't do it. That quick game they was running.
Yeah.
And then the next series they just go away from it. I'm confused. It's almost, I don't know. I hope they ain't point shaving because, bro, Atlanta could do nothing for them. The only reason Atlanta won that game, the only reason was those 2 fourth down bonehead calls. That's the only reason they won that game.
Yeah, true.
Atlanta's
They was pulling away. And I think that Mike McCarthy, he started to panic a little bit and got ultra aggressive. When at that time your defense was playing semi-good, it was only one guy getting cooked. And he should never put on that 21. It was one guy that they were like, find the mouse in the house. You know what I'm saying? Find the guy that can't cover a blade of grass. Find the guy that's not willing to wrap and tackle. Oh, he's 21, you know. And for me, he should go to the front office and say, hey, I like 21. I love the legacy, but can I get 41 back? Because all through camp, all through training camp, he looked good with that 41 on. You know, it's just that 21 too much pressure, bro. Jeez.
I would have tried to put Booth back out there. For real. I would have put Booth back out there as well. And it was 21 first game back, but still no excuse. You're in a game like that. It don't take but a couple of plays to see, oh, they looking for you. Let me get you up out of there. And Donald, I love him to death. That's my dude. If he ain't playing closer to the line, he's not playing where he could be effective. If he's not playing closer to the line, he is not going to be effective. You need to go in and just – and I think it's political. I'm going to be totally honest because everybody knows Wanye Thomas is a thumper, and he can cover.
Oh, yeah.
They all know it. But politically, you paid him that money, and that's another reason I wanted to address this, and I'm going to be gone. A lot of people say, why you don't go get this, why don't get that? Look at all these other teams doing it. A lot of people have to take a look at what team is paying who and how much.
Right.
If you look at the contracts in Dallas that we have, whether they deserve it or not, they have a lot of contracts out. It's at least 8 people on that team getting paid good money. And the one they need to go in and take a lick on is Terrence Steele. I'm sorry. He is a liability. I watched him. Yeah. He's worse than Guyton right now. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he hurt. He is worse than Guyton. And it looks like Martin is losing it, but he's not. He's overcompensating for both.
Yeah. He's in between. He got a rookie to his left, and then he got Steele to his right. So and then he's just and he's not pulling and playing the best of his capabilities to a degree. So yeah, and I think that this is what it is. Zach Martin had to be playing through an injury too.
I think he is. I think he's playing. I mean, he wasn't getting killed. He did miss a major block that was a walk-in touchdown for what's his name?
For Rico and them.
For Rico, he did miss a block, but I'm watching him overcompensate, and I'm watching the confusion on the line. I was in the end zone, so I was able to watch it and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
They were just, they were just going the wrong damn way, damn near every other play. And I'm like, what the hell are they doing?
Man,
they was not in sync, bro.
Definitely not in sync.
But anyway.
But hey, it is what it is, man. Appreciate you, bro. Let's go beat these Eagles, though. Find a way, man. Appreciate you. Good call from you. That's Vincent from the 678. Yeah. I'll say this too, though, and I'm seeing people saying that Diggs got cooked too. You know, Diggs didn't play his best game. Look, we know Diggs didn't practice all that week, and it's not me putting cover over Diggs. Shout out to Mama Diggs too. You know who you are. But I'll say this though, with Diggs, with Trayvon, yeah, he gave up 2 touchdowns, but the yards leading up to those points was majority given up by Carson's. My thoughts was the Cowboys should have, way before all of this stuff popped off, knowingly that you had Diggs in training camp still limping, right? You knew that he wasn't going to be 100%. Why was it so hard to pick up the phone and bring in a veteran for a cup of coffee? And we ain't talking about the UFL boys that they brought in. I forgot their names, right? And we definitely ain't talking about Booth and them, right? And shout out to Nashawn Wright. We saw him getting cooked, right? So, and I get all of that, That should have been time. Yeah, we traded for Booth. It was like bad for bad. Get it? I bet you Booth like, damn, I should have stayed in Vikings land. Systems play a major role, ladies and gentlemen. Law, do you have any truth to that? The same team that's getting rid of all of their players now, the Panthers, who's old enough to remember Sam Darnold played in that team, right? And right now, I know some of y'all right now would give up a spleen to have Sam Darnold here, right? Oh, let me go a little bit further. Baker Mayfield played in that system. I know some of y'all will get rid of one of y'all good tooth. You know what I'm saying? Let me get this good tooth in the back. You know, side tooth. I'm going to get rid of it to have Baker Mayfield in this system now, right? They are looking good. I seen Baker Mayfield. Mayfield looked good last night. If they probably went for 2, they probably would have beaten the Kansas City Chiefs. Did Mayfield look good last night? Is he having a good season? But what changed? Different system. Different philosophy, different principle, right? So it's going to be the same way, man. You just got to have the right systems, man. You know, Lisa said Mayfield played well. Ain't it right? When he lost the coin toss, he was like, oh, Lord, oh, my goodness, you know, because he knew what was about to happen. When he lost that doggone coin toss, you know.
Dread it. Run from it. Destiny arrives all the same. And now it's here.
Or shall I say?
I am
Jake, the Great from the 561. You're live on the Nation, Jake. Talk to me.
Yo, Law, can you hear me good?
Yes, indeed. I can hear you well, bro.
Man, play that R. Kelly drop for me one time.
Oh, yeah. He already knew I had it. Jeez.
Yo, killing me with this. I get out 30 years of my career.
Robert.
Oh, man.
You're killing me, man.
Oh, my goodness, man. Woo. What is Jerry doing to us, dog? What is Jerry doing to us, man? I'm over here driving, Law, and I see YouTube light up. Law Nation live. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, early with it.
On this election day. Early with it.
Early
and
with
then I see the Cowboys traded for Jonathan Mingo.
Yeah.
For a 4th-round pick. Oh, my goodness, man. I ain't got no problem getting Jonathan Mingo. But to me, a 4th-round pick is still a premium pick.
It is.
You know,
Yeah.
Why don't you? I was expecting if I would have woke up, I heard Cowboys trade for Calvin Ridley. I would be like, all right. Because he's a proven veteran and he can do the do. He can jump in right now. But why would you do that? We gave away Amari Cooper for a turkey sandwich and a bag of chips.
Right.
And then the Browns turn around and trade him for a 3rd.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you guys why y'all fooling yourselves? We know you guys can't wheel and deal. Not only can y'all not wheel and deal, you confusing me. You pulling my heartstrings from left and right.
Yeah.
I'm watching Boss Cowboys show last night, shout out to him, and he's going over, maybe we shouldn't give up yet. We should play Trey Lance. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? We should play Trey Lance. And then I go and listen to HTM, and I'm like, you know what? We should play Trey Lance because even if we're trying to organically tank, we might be just sorry enough that we're just going to lose anyway. But now, what Jerry Jones does, when he goes and makes this trade, you're trying to give us hope. You know, I don't want us to go and trade for this guy, trade for that guy, and when the draft comes around, we have no draft picks, and we're picking the top 10, and we're giving gifts to everybody. Because that's what it seems like.
But let me say this, though, bro. Let me say this, though. Are you pitching a tent right now for Tyler Guyton?
Man.
Are you pitching a tent? Let me keep going. Marshawn Nealon, Sam Williams, Mozzie, Schoonmaker, you know, to a degree, Jalen Tolbert. Like, I get it. We are crowned as a great drafting team, right? But is it by sure opportunities of taking a shot in the dark? Because we could talk about Micah Parsons, but that still falls on the craziness of the Eagles, right? You know, they passed up Micah Parsons. Now they want him. You know what I'm saying? but I get all of that. You know, so are we looking at this particular situation that are we overvaluing our draft process?
I think so, because I've noticed for the past couple of years when we do our draft reviews and stuff, and the players look good.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden we play a team, and they're like, "Whoa, who are these guys?
Yeah.
These guys are outstanding." Because if we draft good, what do you consider Baltimore Ravens? Because they draft outstanding.
or the Chiefs to a degree, you know.
The Chiefs.
They can't just draft a wide receiver, but they draft a lot of good people. Yeah.
Yeah, man. For us, I think our skills is probably drafting some offensive guards or some linemen sitting there. But as far as like dogs and real solid good players, I don't think we've been doing a good job on doing that. We've been drafting character players with like they want the fame
with high upside,
more than just want to be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's all I got, man. And, you know, I don't know, man. Like, what? Law, tell me this, man. You know, you've been at this for a while, man. And you know, is it time to like look forward to the draft, or should we just keep like cheering on this team and like hoping that we're gonna win? Because when we hope to win, we let ourselves down pretty hard. You know, should we like save the heartbreak and just prepare for the draft?
It depends on how we look like in this game. This is right there in that spot. Whereas if you get blown out like real bad by the Philadelphia Eagles, right? Then it's time to be like, I'm gonna switch up my board and everything. Have draft talks in here, you know. But if I don't want no damn game whereas we get blown out and then we make a little rally at the end when they try to play prevent. No, I don't want that.
No, I don't want that.
No. But if we flat out, that's a big if. Beat the doggone Eagles. They're the 3rd ranked defense, the 10th ranked offense. Hey, you know, then with your backup quarterback and have some type of miracle run here, then it would be like, hey, get on the hope train again, bro. And if this defense wake up, and I was seeing someone saying that with Cooper Rush that they were averaging 27 to 30 points, and that's neither here nor there, but we've been having scoops and scores. The defense showed out, you know what I'm saying, when he was under center, and we won all 5 of his wins. The opposing team never scored more than 20 points. So if the Cowboys can hold the Eagles below 20 points, right, and Cooper Rush do the Cooper Rush thing, then it'd be time. But like Fly Park said, it's not happening, you know. Yeah.
Man, you know, before I go, I just want to say one thing. If Mike McCarthy calls a good game plan for Cooper Rush in the center, I'm going to be happy and I'm going to be pissed off too, because why couldn't you do that with Dak? And I'm gone. That's all I got.
There's Jake the Great. Got a super chat from Levon. He says the Minnesota trade from the past hunts the Cowboys. It do, because nobody want to get egg on their face for dealing with the Cowboys. Here's my thoughts. We're going to get to everybody's super chat, especially by the show ending. We get to everybody's super chat. Jerry wants to fix the roof when it's raining. No doubt. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Let's go to B Bird, and then we got the 469. B Bird, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me, man.
Hey, what's up, Law? How you doing today, man?
Hey, all is well. Can't complain at all.
Hey, I know this is gonna be a little odd, but I have to kind of defend Jerry a little bit on this deal.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa. Whoa.
What's your point?
Let me hear it.
And you know, I don't usually do this because it's
right.
But let's talk about this. So let's talk about the Amari Cooper deal, and we'll talk about this deal. We'll talk about the Amari Cooper deal first. On surface level, it looks like Amari Cooper we traded and got a 5th back, and they traded him to Buffalo. I think got a 3rd. But the deal is that you cannot not put the money in, right? So you gotta look at it and say, okay, so we traded Amari Cooper and $20 million. They had to take a $20 million cap hit when they took him. But when Cleveland traded him, he only cost Buffalo $1.5 million because they took on all the salary. So it was you see what I'm saying? So they had to give up, you know what I'm saying, a higher draft pick to get him because the compensation financially wasn't there either. So it's not apples to apples. And then this one here, you know, you look at Mingo and you say, okay, what kind of quarterback has he had? Well, he's had Bryce Young. Bryce Young has struggled. What kind of player was he coming out of college? He was from wherever, he's a 2nd-round draft pick. and then you say, okay, what's his salary? He's still up under his rookie salary, man. So you got 3 more years of control up under this person instead of, paying a guy, another wide receiver that's a name wide receiver that could be making $15 million a year. You got this guy that you're going to have control over. So it costs you money. Right? It costs you draft compensation. So they're not going to give up for a 7th-round pick because why? This dude is up under a rookie contract. You see what I'm saying? And so you have to factor in the compensation, not just the money not just the draft compensation. You have to look at how much you're going to pay this guy when you come here. So that's why it was appealing to the Cowboys because, man, we're getting a guy. We're not even paying him that much. He won't come that much against our salary cap. And if this guy come out to be our number 2 wide receiver, and we came up. So I'm just saying I'm saying in totality, when you look at a trade, don't just look at like, it's the 3rd or 4th or something like that. Look at the compensation behind it, how much they got to pay this guy, how much he's going to hit the cap, and all that kind of stuff. So that's all I want to say, Law.
Now, as the words of Jerry say, you know what I'm saying?
But what is your counter?
my counter is this, and I get what you're saying. Man, you on money with it. But the money that they saved with the $20 million, they mishandled that by giving it to Michael Gallup, right? And they paid him $50 million guaranteed, so the $20 million was gobbled up by that. I think that if you want to be competitive and compete, yes, we do have some heavy bills that we have to pay in the future. You made me put on my thinking hat and my thinking glasses and everything over here, B-Bird. But my only thoughts would be, why not get a person that would have been still cheap, like DeAndre Hopkins? He was very cheap, even though he's longer than a tooth, right? Or the other kid that was on the Panthers that went for a lesser draft pick that's still young. I think he's only 26 or 25, 26, Deontay Jackson. So I get it. You still have to next year pay those boys, and you getting this kid on a rookie's contract. But I just think that this is a situation that the Cowboys still drop the ball on, unless this kid balls out for this year next season.
Let me say this. So you're looking at DeAndre Hopkins, and that's a win now. And
he
went to the right place, Kansas City.
Yeah.
But we're talking about for 2 or 3 years that you can deal with that you'll have this guy. So the Cowboys, man, they're 3-5. I mean, I wouldn't want DeAndre. I didn't really want to make no trades. I was like, man, to be honest with you, man, after the New Orleans game, I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna be good. Teams don't get blown out at home like this and then end up in the Super Bowl. So I was like, I've already kind of like going downhill, and everything I've seen since then has showed me, this team ain't ready. It's not even a playoff team, man. And so I think getting the pick now is not just a today thing. I think he can come in and maybe eventually be your number 2, but then he could be your number 2 next year, then your number 2 the year after that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is more of to me, it's a move
Futures.
that helps now a little bit, because one thing, you don't know what these guys are going to be with good quarterbacks, man. Bryce Young, I mean, all shout outs to him, man, but he does not play well. He has not looked confident throwing the ball. He act like he don't know what he's doing out there. And so when you have that as a quarterback, you're going to suffer as a wide receiver. And so he suffered because of bad quarterback. So he gets here with better quarterback, and then we'll just see what he does then. But I think it's low risk to me. I mean,
it's a low risk. It's a low risk, and then you have to look at it from their point of view. They're not looking at the outside world. They don't look at the other deals. They're looking at themselves. They're looking at their deals. So from their minds, they're looking at it like this was a 2nd round draft grade. This is a 2nd round draft pick, and we getting him for a 4th, and they're gonna bang on the table for that. And I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for jumping in, B-Bird.
All right, brother. Talk to you later.
No doubt, man. Y'all crazy in the chat. Y'all calling him B-Bird McClay. Boy, I love y'all, man. I love y'all in the chat. B-Bird McClay over here. All right, so oh my gosh, man. But B-Bird be giving the Cowboys front office the business. I'm talking about he be drilling the boys, man. Sarge says low risk, low reward too, though, and the thing is that what they're pointing out is his separation is not king. Even though we talk about the system there in Panthers land, he's not making the contested catches. And that's another part of it. So, but give the kid chances and opportunities. But to me, can I be a little selfish? I would prefer Ryan to get a chance over Jonathan, right? That's who I prefer. I prefer Ryan to get that attention. I prefer Ryan to get some few plays going, put him on the end around, put him on a slant and go. Get him busy. I get it. He had to fumble. And that could have thrown off everything. But I would rather have Ryan in them, Ryan Flo, to get that attention. And we're going to have to bring everything, including the kitchen sink, when it's time to deal with these Eagles. Everything boosts up. This is a rivalry game to them, right? Because there should be no rivalry to us because of the win to loss ratio is so much different because we're so much further ahead of them. But that's a whole nother conversation, right? So I would prefer Flo get going, right? And I prefer to see a step back from Jonathan Brooks. Not Jonathan Brooks, my dog. If we would have had Jonathan Brooks breaking news, then that would have been a whole nother conversation. But Jalen Brooks, I prefer Jalen Brooks to get less opportunities. So my lineup would be this: if, and I'm using the operative word if CeeDee Lamb is good to go, this will be CeeDee, Tolbert, Ryan. The order of operations would be, hey, roll that game plan up that you had the same last week, but embrace on it. CeeDee, Ferg, CeeDee. Let everybody else be those ancillary pieces. And if when you want to use Turpin, send him only on these routes. Slants, and I know it's hard to send a guy that's 170 pounds. And if that linebacker got a beat on him, it's over with for him. But send him on a vertical route in the middle of the field. Verts, seam. We've seen it before. Not on the sideline where the safety can roll and get there, right? Let him stretch the field. All right, let me get the 469 for your mind. You in on this, man. Talk to me.
Good morning. How you doing?
Man, doing great, as Tony would say.
All right. What I was going to say,
the Tiger.
Jerry Jones has made a move just to pacify everybody. That guy ain't going to do nothing.
Hey, in the words of my guy, Big Game James, he said, man, that's just a shut up move. You know what I'm saying? I can hear Big Game James say that right now. Yeah.
It's a move. He ain't better than number 80. If he was good, he'd been playing, even though they got a bad quarterback in Carolina.
Yeah.
I ain't never heard of the man. You know more about him than me. I just
Bryce Young. They had the guy that can read defenses. He was here, Andy Dalton, to a degree. Yeah. So yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah.
I'm worried about our quarterback playing good, not no backup wide receiver that might not even plays. And McCarthy, he probably won't even put him out there. You know?
It's gonna take a day. It's gonna take a few weeks before he get active. I guarantee you. Yeah.
So it's just a move, just to say we made a move. How many picks we got left? Do you know?
I don't know.
I'm not. Well, what did he give up for that guy?
4th round draft pick to get Jonathan.
He at least only gave up 1/4. Ain't bad. We just gotta. We gotta play good. Gotta get rid of them coaches, man. He dancing around getting rid of them coaches. Get rid of them coaches. That's what needs to happen. And I feel like that'd be a good move. But we just wallowing in our misery. We ain't getting nowhere.
Definitely. Yeah.
That's how I feel. I hope we win, but we might get blowed out, man. I'm just being honest, man.
And that's triple the feelings that being hurt, man, when you get blown up. Because the Eagles would never forget it. It'd be the year 2035, and they'd be like, yeah, in 2024, we blew y'all out, man.
To be realistic, we ain't gonna be able to stop Saquon, man. We're gonna have to have a flawless game to stop Saquon. I mean, he get hurt playing against the Cowboys. He ain't really came into Texas Stadium and played great.
Yeah.
No time in his whole career, but this is his year. So I just think if we don't stop the run again, we're not, because they got two. Well, AJ Brown hurt, but we gotta stop the run. And then they got Smith. He playing good,
Yeah.
And then they got the little tush push. We got to play.
We got ball out, man. And this is a game. Whereas if Kellen Moore, remember they was calling him Killing Moore, and he loved to run up the scores and run up the clock. If this one of those type of games, then let's see. Let's see what it's gonna be about. And let's get ready.
I'm gonna go for him. I like Cooper Rush, but I mean Trey Lance. At least he'll scramble. He might force some things, and I go with Cooper Rush until he. I don't know. We in a hard place, really, man, because we don't got no coach, and then make coach that can coach us to. You know what I'm saying? We need some momentum. We ain't got no momentum, so I'm going for the Cowboys. But man, I don't. We got to win a home game sometime. I guess this will be the game. I'm trying to be optimistic, but
man, it's rough, bro.
It's hard.
Yeah,
it's rough, man.
Appreciate you for calling in, though.
All right, hopefully Michael Parsons plays, and Bland need to get out there. It's a contract year for him. I mean, oh man,
it's rough, man.
All right, my brother. Y'all blessed week, okay?
No doubt.
I'll call
man.
you.
All right, you go live every day, so we'll be back. I got two other callers later. I got 313, and then we'll touch on the Parsons thing. 313, you're live. Talk to me.
Hey, Lawless, G Cuddy, man.
G.
First time calling.
What's good with you, Cuddy, man? Talk to me, man.
Man, listen. Sometimes when your grandparents get old and they say take the keys away from them before they get in the car and drive into a tree. That's what we got going on with Jerry, man. I looked up this trade already. Now, again, it's a chance things could be right.
Yeah.
Miraculously. But
right.
They say this guy ranked 108 out of 109 on receivers. That's what they telling me. And I'm looking at this. You're giving up a 4th round draft pick. What is he doing, Mom? What's he doing?
We keep holding on to hope, man. Like they say, man, to be fair to him, this is a change of scenery. I don't know how more or less of how much Cooper Rush is better than Bryce Young and Andy Dalton, but he's in a different system. We don't have that many more wins over the Panthers. We got 2 more wins over them. So he's going to a team that got a little bit more wins than they did, so maybe the morale is different. But the problem is, Cuddy, is that he's not going to be embraced, though, because what they're going to be like is we wanted X, Y, and Z players. And then they're not going to give him a chance, though, because he already bashing them. Can you imagine going to a new spot and they bashing you, dog? Yeah, it's crazy.
Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you this, man. I'm here in Detroit, man, and it's been a rough year, man. It's been with the Lions and all that, and I'm Cowboys. I told you, I said the only way to get out of this is like a game. The Cowboys. There's only one way out of here. So I'm never turning on my Cowboys, but. I hear everybody talking about we got to get Ben Johnson. We got to listen. We could have Bill Walsh here, okay?
Coming out of the grave, yeah.
You don't have to. What did Jimmy Johnson want to say? He said it's not. He said it's not the Jimmys and the Joes. It's not the X and the O's. It's the Jimmys and the Joes. If you don't have the right guys here, you know what I mean. It's not gonna go nowhere. It's not gonna go nowhere, and it's frustrating. And this is the last thing I say in closing. I know you got people asking me, but I'm gonna tell you, Jimmy Johnson was the best and worst thing that ever happened to this team. This is what I mean. The best coach, I mean, with Landry, not disrespect Landry, but everybody loved Jimmy. Jimmy was a fantastic coach. He basically got us all 3 Super Bowls. We know that. Jerry is so scarred by not getting any credit and not being the man. He refuses to get a credible coach in here because he would rather us lose every year than win and somebody else get the credit.
Yeah.
And that's what we stuck in. We're stuck in that because he wants the credit. So he'll never go out here and get a top rated coach. He'll never go get a GM because for us to win, he wants the credit. He wants the, and he don't know how to do it, but he wants the credit. So I think we're stuck. And then what's really depressing is I think Steven only care about how much money we make. You know what I mean? Like
he invested in his inheritance. He like, shoot, that's my inheritance, you know. Right. And most legacies, man, the silver spoon child don't do as well as the father. And we are seeing it now in true form. Like I think that Stephen Jones, maybe he's a good person off the field and off of all of this stuff. I don't know him personally, but he's not a Jerry, but he tries to be. And they fight every day about this and that. And I think that Jerry been influenced. Like you said, it's the old granddaddy with the keys in his hands, and they taking it away from him, right? So he lost a little bit of his spontaneity, his maverick mindset, and his willingness to go at all costs to go get things. So he's more docile than what he used to be. And that's my only defense to Jerry, is that he's more docile and he don't have that spontaneity anymore, because he's been leaning into his counsel a little too much and not being him. And he's not the person that we used to be seeing. But I appreciate you so much, Cuddy. Appreciate you calling in. Got you in here.
Call me when I can, all right?
No doubt, bro. No doubt. Right. Good call from G. Cuddy, man. We got 3 other callers here, man. And if you jump in between this time frame, just know that, make it quick, because we're going to do some more things about some other conversations. Normally, I'm not even live around this time. Normally, I hit live around 11. But, since daylight saving times and everything, I'm up. So if I'm up, we up, y'all. Come on with it. I got Def King 956 and I got Noop from the 614. So Def King from the 956, you in the mix. Talk to me, bro.
Good morning. Good morning, Law Nation.
Yeah, what's good with you, bro?
Why did Jerry do this to us, bro? Why did Jerry do this to us?
Man.
I know Dak and everything set the receivers, but you know they had a 109?
Yeah.
For a 4th?
Yeah.
He's quiet. He's shot reaching, bro. Oh, man.
That's Jerry for you, man. But who gonna fire him? You know what I'm saying? Jeez. Who gonna get rid of him? Nobody.
Yeah. But no, I'll make this quick though. The point on the fourth down for Mike McCarthy on one of those, I think Bones is the one to mistake on one of those. I think I read it yesterday or today that he's the one that had suggested it and wanted to input to go on that. What is it? The 4th and 1.
Yeah.
So I think it was his fault, but Mike McCarthy's the one that authorized it in the end, right?
Yeah. He had every power to veto it. He had every power to say, "Nah, we're gonna punt it, and we're gonna punt it deep, and they're gonna have to drive it back down in order for us to get things going." And then that's when this is how coaching. See, Mike McCarthy, he need to delegate a little bit better, right? He should have told Bones, "No, we're gonna punt it deep," and then he should be looking at Mike Zim. Get the ball back to my offense, and we gonna win this game. That's how it's supposed to go. But he's a little bit docile himself.
Yeah, I think it's because he's hurting. I believe he feels like he needs help, so I think he took that suggestion more than what he would have been staying straight. Look, we're doing good. I'm gonna stay this, good. Everyone has their opinions. One little thing also, wouldn't it be crazy if they cut Zeke and they give the number to Mingo?
15? Yeah, that would be crazy. All right, so here's the backstory. Here's the backstory for Zeke. Here's the backstory for Zeke. The Cowboys, even though his contract speaks at $3 million, but if you add the dead money onto it, it's $11 million, bro. And the Cowboys, just like anything, they want to see their money. So even if Mike McCarthy didn't want Zeke, you better have my Zeke out there. That's where he's at, you know. So, yeah.
Put that on Kenny Button. Put that on Kenny Button. Oh man.
Yeah. So I appreciate you, man. What else you got for me, man?
That was it. I want to make sure. The only thing I had also was the line. Man, if Tyler Gang ain't doing good on the right side, what was he drafted as? I mean, on the left side, he was drafted for the right, wasn't he? Okay, still ain't doing good. Next year, if that right side is going bad, and Martin coming back, and Steele is already, he's booty. Put that in on the right. Give me Assam Richards right next to Tyler Smith. I know Nate Newton said, preached on that. I trust Nate Newton on that. He was lineman himself. Put him out there. Put Bass or Hoffman at the left guard spot, and yeah, exactly what Tyler Gang at the right tackle, and I think that would be a good line. With me in the middle.
No.
We'll see, though. We'll see.
No doubt, man. That's my guy, Def King from the 956. He's in the mix, man. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I think we had a little bad audio, Def King, but we was able to fight through it. Yeah, and I get it. Dead money doesn't go off the cap or what have you for this year, but from the Cowboys Jones's pockets, it does. Like all dead money is something that coming out of their individual pocket at that time. So that's just how that goes, unfortunately. We got a big super chat. Appreciate you so much for your support. It's from K-Dub. K-Dub says this might be the game Mike McCarthy gets fired if Jerry Golden Boy Philly blows us out. The Jones strike again. Oh, and I almost died yesterday when dude said Jake was praying over. Oh, TD Jakes for praying over the baby.
This is where we hold them. This is where we fight.
Oh my God, K-Dub. Hey, K-Dub, man. Hey, like I said, man, and all of the motherboards and the deacons of the Potter House and TD Jakes and them, hey, we just joking. Yeah, I got from the 614. We got Noop in the building, man. Talk to me, man.
What's up, bro?
What's up with you, bro? What you got for me, man?
Talk to me quick. Don't talk to me slick.
Yeah.
Hey, you think we could get a couple of first rounders for Jerry Jones? What you think?
For Jerry Jones, for him to change teams, man.
You couple first round.
They wouldn't want him. Yeah.
You haven't checked out this interview with David Irvin with one of these Cowboys content creators?
Yeah, my guy Scott. My guy Scott, man.
Man, that was interesting, man. That was real interesting.
Yeah, he spoke the truth. He said Stephen Jones pretty much runs everything,
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's an evil world out here, Law.
It is, man. It's flat out is, man.
They'll try to keep you down, man. For real.
They will.
It's an evil world we live in. Weak. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I had, Law.
No doubt. But appreciate you, man.
Everything. All right.
Much love to you, man. Last but not least, man, I got Nation from the 682. You're live on the Nation. Nation, talk to me.
How you doing, Law? It's been a minute, man.
It's been a long minute.
All I did was just call in. I haven't been getting your notifications, bro.
Oh wow! Shame on the YouTube and them,
No, do you have a lot of time, or you on crunch time?
I'm on a little crunch, man. Time for right now. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna try to make it quick. Well, I got a quick question, and I can't. I want to go into detail, but since you're on crunch time, it's like an ask. Well, all right, and I need you to look at the chat real quick. It needs to be at a poll. Are y'all willing to sacrifice a couple years? Now, let me explain. I said sacrifice a couple years is because are you willing to sacrifice a couple years and a couple draft picks for Jerry Jones and Steve Jones to get out of our guys' philosophy? Now, I wish I could go into more and more detail like I really want to, right now, what I'm saying probably sounds dumb as hell a little bit. I want y'all to try to get where I'm coming from. The only reason I say that is because the only way Jerry Jones and Steven Jones will get out of our guys' philosophy is if they fall straight on their ass. And I'm sorry for touching, but
You good.
That's like I have thought of every single possible way. I have listened to every listener. That's the only thing that comes up is like they have to fall face flat. And for them to fall face flat, we have to have bad seasons, a couple first round, second round, third round, fourth round busts. I mean, all of them for the next maybe 3 to 5 years. Are y'all willing to go through that just for Jerry Jones and Steve Jones to get out of our guys' philosophy? Oh, we don't treat our free agents this way, et cetera, et cetera. Like, I know it's going to fucking suck. I know it's going to suck, Long. But you got to get on.
In the words of Big Nate Newton, it's not going to happen. You know, they compete just enough to win games. We don't we don't suck enough, right? So that's the problem. We had Dave Campo here, and we went 5-11, 5-11, 5-11. We missed out on the Michael Vick sweepstakes and all of that stuff, right? We missed out on the Megatron and all of those boys, the Peyton Mannings, because we pretty much don't suck enough. And this team is going to compete. We got too much talent to lose out for the rest of the year because the Cowboys calling card is also selling hope. And they're going to do just that. So I'm thinking that even though we are only 3-5 right now, they're going to find a way to crawl and get back up to 500. And I think that even it's good for, NFL is a strange lady. And it's good for ratings. They're going to figure out a way for us to win a few more games. If not, then, of course, we had one-offs. We had in 2015, we only won 4 games, right? And I think before that time frame, I think even with Mike McCarthy, we went 6-10 his first year, something like that. We gonna win more games, bro. It's just unfortunately, and they not gonna be able to just tank because Jerry, he is 82.
I ain't gonna lie, some of these people's comment section is hilarious. I know we sacrificed for 30 years, but if we just do 5 more, man, get to the promised land, I know.
You want to suck for 5 more years, and they just paid a quarter $1 billion to Dak Prescott. Go ahead.
Just hear me out. I know, bro. I was not born to see the 90s Cowboys. I was born in 2002. I started watching the Cowboys in 2008.
Yeah.
I fell in love with the Cowboys in 2014. But my first ever Cowboys game was the Green Bay game that they did not call the Des Bryant catch.
Right.
Not a catch. That was my first ever Cowboys game. I always knew about the Cowboys. But I'm just saying, I just feel like that's the only way. I have listened to everybody. I mean, every single YouTuber.
Right.
I listen to everybody that calls in. That's the only solution I can come up with, Law. That's literally, I know it sucks, man, but that's the only single thing I can think of that does not require that I know that we're not. I don't know, Law.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, man, I've been following the team before every blade of gray hair is on Jerry Jones' head. And it's going to be a situation whereas the 3-letter to 4-letter networks will find a way that they can flex one and get us a win. You know what I'm saying? The Illuminati, the NFL conspiracy theory will figure out a way that all of a sudden a team is tanking and we win the last game or something like that knock off of that draft pick. But I give it what you're saying. Yeah, it would be nice if we go multiple years, right? And that's a crazy stretch for us to be in these situations like the Texans to a degree, right? They got good draft picks, and all of a sudden, now look at them, But and they just lost too. But it's no guarantees, and Jerry won't allow that to happen, to be at the bottom end of the league in these type of categories.
I'm not trying to make it. I'm not trying to seem like we're the other Texans or the fucking Lions when they.
Right. Lions did it too. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, it's just I know how this team is. I know how Stephen Jones is. Like, they won't get out of it unless they specifically sell really, really bad. But that's besides the point. I'm off that topic, man. Who do you think we can trade? Like, okay, do you think? And I'm gonna run these two ideas past you. I'm gonna get off the phone. So I know you.
Yeah. You're the last one, so yeah. In closing, you go ahead.
Okay, do you think it's a good idea to let Trey Lance play over Cooper Rush so we can get his trade value up?
I mean,
as Terrence Steele.
Regardless, both of these quarterbacks in the contract league. In a contract year. Like, they don't have a contract for the 2025 season. So, trade value is kind of at a mute point. What, you gonna sign them and then try to trade them? So that's another problem there. If Cooper Rush plays lights out, let's say we go undefeated, we finish the season 12-5 with Cooper Rush just playing lights out. He's in the contract year. You're gonna have to sign him, right? Or he can go to any team he want to. So, in the same way as with Trey, yeah. So that's just what it is.
What about Terrence Steele? And have a great day, Law. You fantastic, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
Bro.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, good call from him. Terrence Steele. If you trade him now, you get nothing. You get nothing back from him in return. And they got this thing called $56 or $60 million guaranteed. And he's not even playing middle ways to that point where another team said, well, he's better than what we got, right? So it will be a lopsided trade for even Terrence Steele, y'all. So it's not happening. The best thing that can happen with Terrence Steele is you pray and hope to God Almighty that he can figure this out, and whoever else we bring in next season be a better coach to him, and he can snap back into playing better. But outside of that, ain't nobody is going to be able to trade for Terrence Steele and get something positive back in return. ETN is a guy, yeah. Hope the Cowboys are not settling down and saying, okay, the trade deadline, we giving you Jonathan Mingo. That's not a good look for us. All right, so let me go through all of these super chats. Appreciate everybody, man. I thank y'all, man. I love y'all to the moon and back. Let's get these super chats in. And the show was great, man, today, man. I appreciate y'all's support. Normally I'm not live around this time, and you guys gave unbelievable support today. Arch Diddy, that's a crazy name, man. Uncle Charles, man. Look, I had to cut y'all, man. Hey, I got to get ready to go, man. It's 11:11 right here. But I will be back. I got an Eagle fan that I got to talk to now. Eagle content creator that we're supposed to do content with today. Of course, we got the final word today. And I might jump back live if there's any other breaking news that's happening before the trade deadline hit. Maybe they go get one more person. Arch Diddy states here, and that's a weird name, dog. Arch the Diddy. Boy, that's crazy, man. But let me give you some background music, man, so that we can read these out vividly. Appreciate y'all so much. Appreciate y'all. Come on with it. But shout out to Uncle Charles, man. I know he had a great message for us, man. He says, think about it, Law. Cooper Rush plays better than Dak. He doesn't have as much pressure on him. Dak is more talented, but is too nervous. What's y'all thoughts on that? What's y'all thoughts on that, man? Oh, Lord. Saints are sellers. They are. AOG states Carolina fleeced that old man. Come on, Law. So far, they won with that one, dog. I can't even argue that. Could we actually be tanking for Manning early? Nah, because here's the reason why. Manning got a lot of things to go through. I think he got a whole nother year, so we'll see how that goes. Shador is another situation. I got JCK. Law. They could have gotten. Well, I'm gonna read this one another way. Law. They should have gotten D-Hop, Amari, or Tyler Boyd for a fourth. Jerry got fleeced. And on this trade, he's not finna take Jalen Tolbert's job. Yeah, because there's a philosophy. Bastards versus, non-bastards. And Mingo will be a bastard, right? Shout out to Boss Cowboy Sports with that breakdown theory. Darren Posey says, Law. Dallas tanks won't be that high. Fourth, they just give away. So Riggs. So he said if Dallas tanking, that fourth won't be that high. No, that fourth would be great if they tanking. I mean, you get to pick the first fourth round draft pick or the earliest fourth round draft pick. So we can start talking about Braylon Allen. There's a lot of guys that was drafted in the fourth this year making impactful moves. Wasn't Bucky Irvin drafted anywhere around the fourth, right? Keaton Mitchell and all of those boys. So a fourth round draft pick could be good. Still them boys. After seeing how bad we are at trading, people still saying trade Micah, which is crazy. Not going to dive into that yet, Jerry going yard sale hopping or shopping. This is from Victoria's Secrets 336. He buys a $5 painting. I think we already read that one. Appreciate you for your support. We got Mingos now, baby. M-I-N-G-O, M-I-N-G-O, and Mingo is his name. Yo. Ray Davis, yeah, I see you in the chat, Marcus Robbins. Yeah. David J says for the $2 super chat, you can't make this up. He ain't lying. Nobody can make this up. Mingo and his family celebrated like it was draft day. They probably did. I guarantee you, Mingo is either on the first presser, is going to have more views than anybody who got traded this week or anybody got traded last week. And when Mingo speak, he might say, man, I grew up being a Cowboy fan, or Mama and them was a Cowboy fan. Quite sure he saw a lot of Cowboy games by being in Mississippi too, by the way. Trade for ETN, yeah, that would be the nice move. At this rate, this is from Steven Jordan for the $5 support. He states, might as well go and give Mike McCarthy his extensions. Yeah. JCK for the super chat, doubling back with it. Law, where and when will Mingo play? That's a damn good super chat. Cooks is one game away from being back, and Tolbert moved to fourth spot. Where and when will Mingo play? M-I-N-G-O, M-I-N-G-O, and Mingo is his name. Yo. Oh my God. I don't know. It's Riggs, baby. He killing me with this one. In the words of R. Kelly.
Y'all killing me with this. I can't
He killing me with that one, man. I don't know, man. It took us forever to see Dalvin Cook. And they were like, hey, put him back. Put him back on the practice squad. JD from DC for the $4.99 for your mind. Law, I just heard Jerry traded me for 2 Panthers fans this year and a future Patriots fan for 2025. Laughing out loud. Yeah, that's a good trade though. This trade, your trade is better than Mingo trade. All right. That Minnesota trade from the past hunts us. You're right. Jerry wants to fix the roof while it's pouring raining, basically. Sidney Jones, thank you for the $2 support. Randy and them. Law, Mingo had no QB to throw him the ball. How do we know? Your thoughts? Hey, all I can say is this right here. Not everybody's lying. Now, Adam Thielen, to a degree, he gave some efforts out there on the field. And he's a veteran. I think that more people would have been excited if the Cowboys would have gotten Odin, Adam Thielen, or Cooper Kupp. But to get a guy, he is the unknown, and it's difficult. Yeah, Link says Mingo is the fruit cousin of mangoes. You ain't lying. But it is what it is. We'll see though, Randy. Amp Sports for the $1.99. Check your X message. I found that hat you wanted. Oh yeah, I found it. I found that hat too, man. I appreciate you for your support. I found that same hat in Oxnard. Yeah, but I appreciate you. Thank you for your support for the $1.99 for your mind. Ice Wall Cowboy for the $5 support. States being a Cowboy fan is like driving a Ferrari with the bad gas in it. Cough, cough. Sputter, sputter, cough. Being a Cowboy fan with a Ferrari that's really is a stick shift, and all you drive is automatic, you know. Yeah. And with that being said, I also have Cash App. Griffin says with the $10 support, appreciate you. And Randy double back with a Cash App of $5 support. Appreciate y'all for y'all Cash App. Come on, Cowboy Nation. Appreciate y'all. Staying tall or not at all. Want to go over this right quick. I think I have it somewhere on my thread. Let's get it.
This might be the perfect opportunity for me to finally bring it up. I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to duck for fear of the reaction I'm going to get. But the Dallas Cowboys this year are as done can be. If any of you remember the classic movie Trading Places, yes. The moment where they sell. That's what they need to do. The Dallas Cowboys should trade Micah Parsons.
That's where it come from. Yeah, that's where it come from.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
See, the 3-ladder, the 4-ladder network, they have every opportunity to talk about the Kansas City Chiefs. They have every opportunity to talk about the Ravens' run. They have every opportunity to talk about Jaden Daniel, right? And him being all at the game and basketball court and Steph Curry shaking his hand. They can talk about the Eagles. They can talk about a slew of other things. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the globe, they talk about hypotheticals. You know, they don't talk about tangible things, which is crazy. And on top of that, for those who said trade Dak Prescott, you got a no trade clause on the contract, right? Yeah. So They could talk about even the Bills. They could talk about this run that the Vikings got going on. They could talk about a lot of stuff, but they love talking about Big D. You know, and that's just what it is. The Cowboys are cap strapped right now. They are cap strapped by waiting too late to sign their own players, and now they're open to all of these things, right? When you wait late, even in the trade deadline, you spend more for it because you're desperate. They can see you coming before you come. Pause if necessary. But that's just where we are at right now.
You have way lost your mind.
I'm old enough to remember.
Oh my word!
When they traded Herschel, Walker,
whatever.
Herschel, Walker.
Okay.
Yeah. They got back a king's ransom.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Johnson built that into a dynasty.
Jimmy?
Who built
Johnson.
it?
Who?
Okay.
Yes.
I don't think Jimmy's coming to save him anymore.
No, probably not.
Micah Parsons is he is a dude. Okay. There are only so many that God create. He is special.
I have
No doubt. Michael Parsons is special. And I know the antics are crazy. Podcast Parsons. Y'all know how I feel about it, you know. But I would take the podcast over him rolling dice, shooting up people in the club, racing people out there barefooted outside of Club Ecstasy. Yeah, I would take Michael Parsons. It's not like he's fighting people in the streets, right? It's not like he's rolling one or even getting drunk to a degree and still going online and giving you those type of outputs. So it's just what it is. I would rather keep Parsons in here. Write this down. I would rather have them inside the tent pissing out versus outside the tent pissing in, right? And he said Herschel Walker. You know, the reason why the Herschel Walker trade worked? Because no one saw it coming. No one was able to see that trade to explode and hit them all in the face like it did during that time frame. And the pieces that the great Jimmy Johnson was able to equip with that, he ended up getting rid of most of those pieces and only used the draft philosophy with it. And now people are equipped to knowing. And the last thing that you ever want to get hit up with is the fact that teams don't want to get hosed again. You're not finna trade, swap, and then talk about it, blow it all up in our face, and have us looking like crazy. No, you're not finna hit us with that. So the best thing the Cowboys can do is make some trades, but not trade away Parsons. Build around him. How come we never build around our players? Oh, it goes all the way back to my caller, A. Lou, a couple hours ago. They don't know how. We get one thing going, we blow it up. DeMarco Murray in 2014, Dez Bryant, Tony Romo, and them, we blew that up in 2015. The finite reason why Romo got his shoulder blade all blown up and collarbone all blown up is because you had a guy that wore 21 that was still in draws and colognes, whiffing on some blocks, right? The chemistry, the continuity wasn't there. And I hate to put it all on him, but it's on him, right? If you had DeMarco Murray, who was a stonewall blocker, he just kept on fumbling the ball. That was his issue, right? J-Rod, John Rod, I appreciate you, but that's the thing. That's the go-to punchline. You know, Parsons is washed because y'all going to look at the stat line and say, hey, he only had one sack this season. Yeah. But it's crazy. But neither here nor there. I think his name was Joseph Randall, who wore 21 that year. Yeah, he was talking about meat on the bone. And as terrible as that team was in 2015, I think we still finished the season third in rushing. Good offensive line that year. but we didn't have things to match. Appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in. There will be more and more content throughout the day, more and more information that we're going to spread upon and talk about. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys. However you guys may be watching, do me a huge, gigantic favor. Hit the like, share this content, let friends, neighbors know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Appreciate you, man. Ain't Joseph Randall in jail now? Oh, Lord. Heard McFadden got into some troubles. Yeah. Future Vision Entertainment says, please go vote. I ain't trying to tell you to go vote right nor left, but take your tail out there and vote. If you live on a street with potholes and the bridge making noise when you walk across, it's because you don't know who your leaders are, man. Vote locally, man. Go out there and make sure it's not more than just the president election, but it's your local, small individuals, your aldermen, your councils, your prosecutors and stuff like that. Look up their policies and things of that nature, right? Right. So it's those votes that count the most. Presidents are more so the figurehead, right? The person that everybody see. Yeah, that's what they see. But it's the individuals that really move the needle. Yeah. Local elections are important. There we go. Yeah. And it's freely. You don't have to pay for it. In the 60s, people had to pay to vote. Right? People get chased down and hawked down. I saw you at the poll. You can get your whole house burned down just for going voting. So exercise your political rights and vote. Get your mind set. And if you have problems voting for anybody, vote for Law Nation. Sports. I made the news the other day, man. Shout out to those who sent that over to me. Shout out to you. It's small beginnings for even bigger outcomes. You know, I get messages all throughout the day. Yeah, man, it's Law Nation, man. You know, he cool and all, but he don't know football. He don't know what he's talking about. But there's thousands of people that's listening. And I always say, if you can think or know that you can do a better job, then do it. If one thing, I will put you in the proper spotlight so that you can get to shine. You know, the moon don't have to fight with the sun in order for it to get its shine. It knows that it have his time to shine. You have the greater light and you have the lesser light. And right now, if you are a Kansas City Chiefs fan right now, you are shining. Right? You feeling good about yourself. It's your time. If you right now a Washington team fan, not a bandwagoner, you've been there from the beginning, and right now you're leading in your particular division right now, which we are in, it's your time to shine right now. To the Eagles to a degree, it's your time to shine. But lo and behold, for those who are loyal and faithful, who understand that right now we're not shining. There's not a lot of light on us right now. Those 3 wins we got, hey, that light done wore off. And the light we talked about in the 90s is gone. It's midnight now. But lo and behold, those who stood faithful, unwavering, not easily moved, when it's time for us to shine again, boy, it's gonna feel even better, because we know we are the real diehards. We ain't the fickle ones. They didn't have to change our lights out. We stood tall or not at all. Yeah, Senator Law, yeah. So with that being said, write this down. Mama said there'll be days just like this. And if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, If all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawny and cheap, if life itself seems empty, useless without it, and all that you scheme, dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, and plan for it, and lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold or depravity or the famish, there can be a lot of famishes out there, or fame, or the sickness of body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset, with the help of Almighty. Cowboy Nation, that's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're voting for nothing but the best. Come on, Law Nation Sports, baby. Yeah. Sexy chocolate.
What more do you
Sexy chocolate. Come on, baby. We about one love, baby. Let's get on up out of here. Hey.
I just wanna run it up. Kinda check or something. I've been really in the field, let up. Yeah. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check or something. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up, count it up.
Says Law, what's that quote you said about the eyes and the brain? I forgot to write that one down. I got you. The eyes are useless when the mind is blind. Come on with it. You gotta say come on with it at the end when you say it. Come on with it. The eyes are useless when the mind is blind. Some people got 20/20 vision. Can't see nothing. Come on.
You just rock what's on the shelf and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel.
Lately, I just wanna.
Don't need no deals, I make the deal.
Appreciate all of the support.
Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Arch Diddy! The mind is crazy. Arching the Diddy. Come on, man. Alex JCK. Appreciate all of y'all, man. Come on, man. Sydney, Ice Wall. I want you guys to really put CR10 in the chat. Let's be victorious versus those Eagles. Let's not fold up because they're going to cut even more. Will our backup quarterback beat the Eagles? Come on, baby. Come on. Hey. And them Eagle tears, boy, I'm going to get a cup. I'm just going to collect them all. Yeah, it's going to be good. I ain't folding like no wallet.
I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's the better team.
Who the better team?
And I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna clap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did?
CR10, baby.
Let's go, birds fly, Eagles fly.
Montisha, where you at, lady? Look at Montisha. Ooh, look at Montisha.
Emotional damage.
Law out here on his deathbed. He on his deathbed still fighting, you know. He's still fighting. Law, the last Cowboy standing, you know. Everybody else said it's over with, Law. Put the towel up. Wave the towel, man. Stop selling hope. Stop giving us all of these false hopes.
You liar!
I'm still fighting them Eagles, man. I'm still gonna beat them up. And y'all better hope and pray. Oh, the Eagles, boy, they're gonna be so nervous when they see us. They better hope and pray they win convincingly. Oh yeah, they better hope, baby. They better have all of that stuff inside of them, outside of them, all on the field, because it's going to be a different day and a different thing if them Dallas Cowboys win. Oh, just wait.
They can come closer than close. Yeah.
Shout out to Montisha.
And who can do it like me? Who can give you what you need? Who can do you all night long?
Nobody, baby. Oh,
Nobody,
Original, they never will be.
And who can do it like me?
Come on.
Who can give you what you need?
What is your profession?
Yeah. Come on, baby. We about, baby. Mingo. M-I-N-G-O. M-I-N-G-O. And Mingo was his name. Yo. Peace.